Welcome to the #1 podcast in the Middle East. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rayyan Nashwan.
So,
You're 22, 3 in that age.
bro, inshallah.
Well done, that's success.
Yeah,
That's
I want,
success.
bro,
When married young.
I really want to get married as soon as possible because, like, bro, I can't hold myself anymore.
Bro,
Like, bro, what can I say, bro? Honestly, bro, like, it's too much.
Having the right girl is gonna help you a lot.
I'm 18 years old now, okay?
Okay.
And, bro, I'll say this probably. I've never kissed a girl in my life. I would think I would never sell this watch because I just think it's a memory.
statement, bro.
Bro, even if someone comes and tells me, bro, I will trade this watch for an AP. I tell him, bro, like, this is the watch that I got my first ever cash that I made from my own money and then
But you managed to get sponsors. How did that happen?
bro, I go to ChatGPT. I tell him, well, look, I tell him, I'm like, look, ChatGPT, I don't have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I can get them many people. I can get them many sponsors for people that have 300, 400,000 followers. I know for a fact I can get more than them because I know that people trust me, you know? Like, people need to understand, like, bro, not doing something with a girl doesn't mean like you don't talk to girls. Of course, we don't talk, like, I'm not gay. Like, okay? Like, bro, of course, I talk to girls, you know, as friends or whatever. It's like maybe talking, you know, going out, for example, as friends groups. But like, as long as you have this boundary, bro,
There's a boundary.
the boundary of not getting with a girl.
Do you want to continue this?
Yeah, but of course, inshallah, we have big plans during
Can
winter
you speak
break.
about this event or?
Look, right now, bro, all I'm gonna say is that.
Let's go,
Gosh,
bro.
Before we start, my side.
Yeah.
My left side is nicer than my right.
Bro, how to resolve this issue?
We do Zain Badr switch.
You wanna?
Look like
You just graduated, bro.
Alhamdulillah, bro, wallah.
How does that feel?
Finally, bro, wallah, it's been, bro, the A-levels, with the events, with the fighting, bro.
Bro.
Like, math especially, bro, like doing A-level math with economics and...
I want to go into that, bro. I think I'm the worst math student in history. Wallah, in my GCSE, I got a C, and I put that, like, I hang that up. Bro, C, I hate math. No, I hate math.
Math is too much, bro, especially, like...
Sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
Bro, like, wallah, how do you, like, run businesses with school?
Bro, wallah, like, let me tell you something.
Be honest, yeah.
And alhamdulillah, like yesterday, wallah, if you saw my graduation,
Mm.
every single person shook the head's hand, yeah? Like, no one only shook...
Okay.
Ana the head, I hugged him, wallah. Because, wallah, because for him, what he did for me, bro, يعني, شوف, أنا my fighting and everything. He knows that I fight. He knows that I run businesses and everything. And he knows that I do math, A-levels and all of this. But
Bro, it's cooked.
sometimes we had free lessons, free periods, okay? Or sometimes we had stupid lessons like careers, for example, or form time, bro. Or like gay assemblies, bro. Like, sorry guys about
It's okay.
like, bro, some assemblies were telling me, like, bro, we're talking about, like, bro, really stuff that are useless, useless as shit. And no one was allowed to skip any of it. But like, if you skipped it, it would go on your record and everything. So I know what he did for me is that, bro, every time we had something like this, he'd let me go home.
So you had support from your school.
He had
no
supported
way.
me so much. Wallah,
You would just be the one, like,
that head, bro, he let me go home. I was the only one who, if you check my attendances, I have maybe over 100 lates, bro. And bro, if you have a specific amount of lates, so that you repeat the year. I have over 100 lates. I used to come to school at 12 p.m., do my lessons, go home. Early pickup, go home. Bro, he let me do everything
So that's nice.
how I wanted.
I mean, to be honest, you're known as a boxer, but people don't know you're actually an athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Speaking of athletes, bro, you're insane on football.
That's something that's not very known.
No, wallah, people tell me you're insane. What you want, like,
scored 7 goals in 6 games?
bro, what?
Yeah, well, alhamdulillah.
You actually-
I love playing football, but like more 11 aside than pickup because I'm fast, okay? I'm fast. I know
What position do you play?
Yeah.
I play winger or striker.
No way.
Well, I used to put me during
What a
winger or
beast.
striker. Yeah.
Yeah, striker.
Yeah, but of course not to not to the good players, like not to Badr's level, for example. Badr is like another level of football.
This guy, you've seen him.
Yeah, of course. Bro.
No.
I'm not comparing.
I don't want to play with this guy.
I'm just
He's
like, okay.
Back then.
Bro, no. I want to mention, I'm a huge fan of the XP knockout.
Wallah.
Yes. I really like, we love that shit. I love how you, like, it's like boxing in UAE and you got, like, everyone together.
Do you know how it started?
That's what.
Talk to me about it.
Yeah.
How did that start?
How the XP knockout started?
The beginning.
Asad, you know, I don't know if you guys know Asad.
Yeah, go.
My good friend and my partner.
That's how to
A very trustworthy guy, mashallah alayhi. And since I started doing business with him, I never felt like a little bit of like, oh, maybe he did this, maybe he did that.
Okay.
Mashallah alayhi. And that's how I like to work with my partners. Okay?
Keep it.
But with it, like how it started is I fought in the first ever DXP knockout. okay?
So you weren't part of it in the beginning.
No, at the beginning I wasn't. That's the thing, bro. I fought in the first ever DXP knockout. He was speaking to me from a long time ago about it and everything. I fought, bro, and alhamdulillah, like, bro, there was main events and there was before fights. I was like the co-main event. Was, bro, realistically that night, I was the main event, bro.
You were.
That bro, I had maybe over 60, 70 people from my side there. We had like 40 people walking out with me. Like that walkout, bro, like went viral on TikTok also, you know, Palestine.
Bro, when it first happened, I want to tell you, I was just like chilling. I think we were together. I think we were just chilling. And I was like, what the hell is this? And we once sat together and we spoke about like how you managed it and you sold tickets. And bro, I'm a big fan of that shit, wallah.
Bro,
I love
Keep it
events.
from the beginning though. That's it.
Yeah, talk about that.
So you had obviously you had the name. You're undefeated to this day.
alhamdulillah.
15 and
15 wins.
15 and 0, mashallah. So even from the beginning, you had the boxing ability, but on top of that, which I think attracted your partner, is the amount of people you actually got to the event.
Because, bro, look, one thing I want to say, even to the people watching, yeah, is that just because you have 1 million followers, wallah, just because you have 1 million followers, it does not mean you can bring 100 people even. Not even a million people. You can't even bring 100 people, bro. I'm telling you, if you're respected, there's difference between popularity and fame.
Do you mean that, just to clarify, do you mean that people have fake followers or followers that
No.
aren't tapped in?
Followers, they follow them for their content, for
their
example, but they don't respect them as a person.
So if they do an event, they will not get
Yeah, like for example, let me give you an example. Of course, I'm not gonna say any names, yeah. But
Good,
say there's a guy, okay, who has 1 million followers, right? And he's popular in Dubai, for example. And then he's fighting in an event.
Okay.
Bro, I'm sorry, but like all my ego aside, everything aside, wallah, I think I can get double the amount of people he gets. And bro, how many followers do I have on Instagram? Bro, like 3,000?
3,000.
Like, bro, you know what I mean?
But these are 3,000.
Exactly, bro. It's
That's
dependent
what it
on
is.
how people respect you, how your reputation is. If you have a good reputation, then people respect you and people come and watch you, bro. Because khalas, like they like you for who you are, not for like, for example, because you have.
So we don't get carried away. To be honest, we always have a personal relationship. Something me and Omar always talk about is how humble you are and everything. So where does that come from? Like,
Bro,
how did nothing change?
100% from religion. Wallah, I think, bro, religion for me shapes who I am. If it wasn't for religion, I don't know where I will be. Wallah, like religion, for example, if something bad happens to me, alhamdulillah. If something shit happens to me, alhamdulillah. It was always like, you know, the religion allows me to stay like where I am, stay in place, bro. Like that's how I feel. But
bro, I think there's a level, and I've seen this, and there's a level of like iman you can have to actually just be like, because okay, I'm hoping nothing went, you know, very south in your life and all that, but there's some parts where it goes so like shit to the point where like you're like
There's nothing else to go but.
Tab, you guys want me to speak on that, yeah? Let me give you a story
go
on
on,
that.
yeah, go on,
Okay?
go on.
It's a small story
go
about
talk about this. Yeah.
last year in the beginning of year 12. I had 0 DXP knockout. I had maybe 1 championship, was like not a huge championship.
Okay.
Okay. I was at a point in my life where like it wasn't like I wasn't very happy, okay? And during GCSE time, that was during GCSE time, all my closest friends who were with me in school since year 5 all left during GCSE time. So I was alone in the school,
Like
okay?
nothing.
I was alone. I wanted to join King's because that's where all my friends are. Till now.
Oh yeah, you go to Sunmark.
I go to Sunmark, okay?
You went to.
Yeah, all my closest friends are in King's,
Which is
Okay.
another school.
which is another school, and I'm very, very close people. I love them all, you know? And then during that period, I was fighting with my parents about moving schools, but last minute, because they all left last minute also because of grades and GCSEs. Like, you know how
I know, yeah, that shit is like.
Sunmark had like a thing where like if you don't get at least 5 6s, like 5 Bs,
What?
you don't go to sixth form, you know? And like all of bro, like 90%, like bro, I had 0 friends in the school, okay? I was bro, fighting with my parents every day, telling them there's no way I'm gonna go to the school anymore, but I'm sitting alone in the sixth form room, you know? Like bro, like people like me and I like them, but bro, we're not like that. Like I'm not type to sit with them, you
You're
know?
not the type of person that gets close with someone too quick.
Exactly, bro. And then I'm like, خلاص, okay, and I continued the school, but I was depressed, أقسم بالله. I had nothing, bro. And then, bro, alhamdulillah, شوف كيف subhanallah, yeah? Subhanallah. If it wasn't, for example, my teacher, that teacher,
Yeah.
I was
Wouldn't be who you are.
I wouldn't. If I went, for example, to King's, yeah, I would have had to go to school every single day. I would have had to do all the learning, everything.
It was a blessing in disguise.
Bro, and then now, alhamdulillah, I go back to it. Wallah, I'm so grateful that I stayed in the school. because it allowed me to leave early. It allowed me to finish my events. But last year I had,
God is the best of runners. You know?
alhamdulillah, last year, that same year, yeah, I had 8 fights in 1 year. Alhamdulillah, I won all of them
Wow.
during the Isaac Packer DXP knockout.
Which
It
we'll
was-
come to.
And
We'll
speak
come
about
to-
that.
We will come.
We'll come to it. We'll come to it. Yeah. And alhamdulillah, I made so much money during that specific year. And my iman went up so much. And I was just so happy. I was going out with my friends from Kings. And I was just enjoying it. Like,
Wait,
alhamdulillah,
we're gonna talk about everything. But let's not get too carried away. So you started with the XB knockout circuit.
Yeah.
Or it was just a fight.
Look, that was just a fight.
That was just
okay?
a fight. So
But then, after that fight happened, alhamdulillah, bro, even Asad, my current partner right now, he was so impressed with the amount of people I got and the amount of like hype that I got.
was he alone at that time?
Yeah, he was alone.
Okay.
So I spoke to him, I sat down with him, and he's told me, he's like, bro, let's do it together.
Mhm.
And that next event was, I think, one of the craziest events. That one was when I fought Isaac Piper.
Bro, what are you thinking?
That was.
Bro, look,
How would you get someone
I
like?
spoke, look, a
How
lot
can
of
you
people,
convince him?
a lot of people were telling me that, oh, like, bro, because a lot of people were saying, like, bodybuilding, oh, bro, if you're big, you can beat up someone, or,
Yeah, there
and a lot, like, that big argument that was happening.
I've
And-
seen it, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it. And then a lot of people were also saying, like, my boxing skills aren't like my kickboxing skills. If I box someone, they'll beat me. I can only kickbox. I don't know how to box.
So you did
So
something interesting.
So I spoke to Isaac. I'm like, bro, look, let's do it, mashallah. Like, Isaac has 130,000 followers on
He's
TikTok.
chilling.
He is big.
Everyone knows him, and he's huge, man,
Very huge.
So I say, yeah. So I spoke to him. I'm like, bro, let's do it and stuff. Alhamdulillah, we did it. And bro, that event, we had 70% profit margin.
Inshallah.
Bro, like that event went absolutely crazy. And Asad, I'm sure, was very happy.
Yeah.
After
With that decision.
satisfied with that decision that he made, And then since then, we just kept on going and
Yeah.
going and going.
But back to it, because it is something that you did that we don't want to just go over like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You had to convince him.
Yeah,
see,
and bro, I had a meeting with him, but I think, bro, most of the convincing was me showing him than talking.
But you did something interesting. I believe it was few rounds boxing and then few rounds.
What?
Yes,
So
that's true.
actually something.
In DXB knockout.
I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of this. I love watching it, but I'm not too tapped in. Like even with UFC and all this beauty, I don't know what the hell happened. So explain to me.
Tell us how you did
What
that.
we did was, I was fighting this guy, and then he didn't want to. He wanted boxing.
Mhm.
I wanted kickboxing.
Oh shit.
So we were like, okay, bro, we'll do 2 rounds kickboxing, 2 rounds boxing. Alhamdulillah, I didn't let it reach to boxing. I didn't. I
Finished the
Oh,
finished it in
yeah.
2 rounds. I didn't let it reach to boxing because I don't like boxing, bro.
Yeah.
Me as a guy, I like to kickbox. I like to fake with my legs, punch. I like to fake with my punches, kick. I don't like to just stay limited with my hands.
Did you go in being like, I wanted to smash this guy? Like, do you even want to have a fight, or you
Well, look,
want to smash him?
Honestly, bro, that guy was one of this guy was the only fight that I actually liked the guy.
Oh,
Like I had so much love for the guy.
oh shit.
Okay, but like it was a fight that everyone wanted to watch. It was a fight that everyone they wanted to see, like, bro, who's gonna win, That guy's like my older brother, like till this day.
So yeah,
Oh,
this is still connected.
you're close.
Yeah, of course, bro. This guy, I love that guy for sure, 100%.
Isaac Piper. Wow.
But I do have a question. Did you get worried about the fact that you are a owner right now or a co-owner with Asad and you are fighting in the event? Is there people gonna talk about that? It might be rigged.
Yeah, look.
And did the opponent care about that? Like, did
Look,
you think
This is a very good point for me, brother. Wallah, this is a very good point. For me, bro, look, and alhamdulillah, going back to the reputation and the
Yeah,
iman.
that's true.
You see what I mean? Going back to that, if people
no one would expect them to do something like that?
exactly, thank you, bro. Because when people know who you are and they know your reputation and they ask around about you,
He's a boundary.
and you've proved them like right
Many
before.
times.
Like you proved them, like, look, this has happened. Alhamdulillah, no one has ever accused me of rigging anything, bro. Because they know I'm not that type of person, especially for me. Like, Anna, bro, I'm not gonna sleep that same night. Like knowing that I made a guy work his ass off and fight, and then me on that night I didn't do well, and I just steal that win away from him because it was my event. You know what I mean?
You can.
And you don't want it to be a one-time thing. You want this to be for the future.
Exactly.
Before
Speaking of the future, do you want to continue this?
Yeah, bro. Of course, inshallah, we have big plans during
Can you
winter
speak
break.
about this event or
Look, right now, bro, all I'm gonna say is that
mark the date?
expect a big event Christmas, inshallah.
Something bigger than before, you think?
Bro, way bigger, inshallah. We have
Way bigger?
2 huge guests coming, inshallah.
Wow.
It works out.
Okay,
I want to be there.
we will be.
100%.
I want to be there.
100%. You guys are getting free tickets, bro. 100%.
Make sure.
Get that. No, yeah.
Remember, cut that off. We don't reason.
Bro, no, I want to be at these events. I've seen so much of them on social media, and I will be like, I want to be there, bro. But I just never get like, it happens. I'm like, shit, I should have went. And then I didn't know like it happens, but no, I want to be there.
But, bro, inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah, for sure.
Inshallah.
W.
It is something I want to ask you. Okay, of course, it's amazing once you do a crazy event and it sells out and it does all of that. But is there a fear inside you? Can I do this again? Is this my prime? Is this the peak?
This is also, I like your questions.
Bro, these guys.
Yeah, look,
So, like, you might have pressure. Like, you don't want to have an event that was newer and then it does worse than last time.
after the Isaac Piper event, okay, I thought I wouldn't be able to top it, honestly. I'm like, look, bro, mashallah, this event did really well. I don't know if I can do it again. But alhamdulillah, bro, like, I think whatever Allah plans, it will happen. Like, I try, I'm gonna do it anyway. Look, if I do it, I'm gonna do it. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well, alhamdulillah, didn't work out. We'll try again later. Maybe I'll try something else. Like, for example, alhamdulillah, paddle tournaments that I'm doing right now, bro. Alhamdulillah, but they're going last.
Bro, this guy's doing it there. This guy's doing it all, man. He's doing it all.
And you know, inshallah, I joined as a FitFest partner now.
Yes.
Like, you see, like maybe I'm not the founder, but like, look, for two reasons right now. I think the two biggest events in Dubai, alhamdulillah, I joined as a partner right now. Because they saw what I can do. They saw how beneficial.
Oh, you're that guy.
Habibi, bro.
You are that guy. I want to think you are the guy. But what are you into? Paddle, football, boxing, kickboxing? Leave it, bro. You're training.
Training for what now?
Everything.
Yeah, but no, look, the only thing that I actually trained was kickboxing.
Okay.
All of the others, but alhamdulillah, I think it was
Natural.
just
Boxing.
natural.
Just
Wallah.
good at it, yeah.
No, like for example, paddle. I think from table tennis, my dad used to play. My dad plays table tennis.
Genetics.
I think the genetics. I used to play with him when I was a kid.
This is insane.
And paddle came from table tennis.
Yeah.
I used to compete in table tennis, bro.
No way.
Well, like still compete. I know it's random, bro.
Yeah, but
It's very random.
What is expected from him?
I
Bro, I used to see stories of you like with these like Thailandese, is that what you call it? Coaches?
Thailand
They're
coaches.
crazy, bro.
Bro, look,
Like the conditioning,
it
all
was
that.
so nice. It's the gym is called Coliseum.
Here.
Yeah, I love the owner. Mun'im. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him, bro.
Mashallah alayh, he's doing amazing. And the gym is very, very nice gym, bro. We've been working on it, but alhamdulillah, like since I joined them, 4 or 5 consecutive championships in a row, bro.
Wow.
The coaches take good care of you, bro. And like I know what I really like is that, you know, they let me be free with how I am.
Amazing.
Most gyms, bro, most coaches are like, oh, bro, if you're doing this, you focus on this, you don't do anything else. You don't do any other sports, you don't do your events, you don't do anything. You just stick to your sport and you continue. With this gym, especially with my coach, bro, they let me be free with everything. And alhamdulillah, bro, like, look, since they let me be free, bro, I won all of it. You know, a lot of people are pressured, bro, like, oh, all I need to do is this. And for me, like, okay, I lost this fight. Like, well, alhamdulillah, I didn't lose yet.
Yes.
Undefeated.
But I lost this fight. Okay, then, no problem. I have my paddle events to go back on. I have this to go back on.
You have backups.
If I just lose this fight, I'm going to
Chilling.
know.
But again, going back to Coliseum, I believe they were involved. They sent you on a crazy adventure. You traveled alone to compete. To Germany, was it?
I
I don't know about this.
I traveled to Germany
Alone.
and I traveled to Jordan.
Tell us the experience of traveling alone to Germany, which is very far away, alone to compete or train, was it?
It was training, Joe.
Training.
It was amazing,
How
bro.
was that?
My dad knew this guy in Germany, and he used to train my little brother, my older brother. Sorry, when he was little. I meant my older brother when he was little, and he's just been like an OG coach for our family since day one, you know.
Oh, damn.
And then he just helped me out a lot. And but like the level in Germany is nowhere near the level he is.
It's crazy, bro.
When he was like a 9-year-old kid, bro,
Psycho.
he weighs maybe 20 kg, bro. Okay, bro, not even like 30, like 40 kg on the jokes aside. 30, 40 kg, and bro, his kick was just so powerful. Like I felt his kick. I think it was stronger than my kick, and bro, like he weighs maybe half my weight, you know? It's different levels. They know the
the same
technique,
thing.
they know everything, you know what I mean?
What do you parents think about this, bro?
My dad doesn't want me to go pro.
Oh,
No, he doesn't want. Honestly, I don't want.
Okay, just to clear up for everyone, you talk about Muay Thai. Or
Muay Thai, kickboxing,
just
boxing.
in general fighting, bro.
In general, fighting.
You don't want to do that.
Look, I think how I played it out, alhamdulillah, was very smart.
Yeah.
I played it out in the way where, like, I didn't just train to fight and compete and go pro. I trained and I used, alhamdulillah, business mindset and made money from there while fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah.
I feel like if you wanted to go pro, you could have like at least been in that path or
Bro, I got offered a pro fight.
100%.
I got offered.
I would believe that. Yeah.
I got offered a pro fight, boxing fight even, pro boxing fight. I was supposed to fight in April.
Mm.
I declined the offer because, bro, I feel like there is too much risk and less reward. And, bro, you have to understand one thing. As soon as I take the pro fight, I can't fight amateur anymore.
Yeah.
As soon as I have the pro contract, I can't
Professional.
fight.
خلاص.
The XP knockout is done. You know, all
Oh
of this stuff.
shit.
And, bro, if I go pro, I have to put my full focus on it, bro. I don't want to. I feel like going pro is like, bro,
you can't.
how many what kickboxer do you know that is rich from going pro?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
No, look, no, you should. I'm asking you as a normal.
No, I don't. Not zero.
Me,
It's not compared to boxing.
Yeah.
even for example, boxing. Okay, let me give you an example. Boxing. Okay, like bro, me as a fighter, I know maybe 3-4 fighters that are rich right now from boxing. Okay, I feel like it's so limited.
Business and boxing and everything in general. Were your parents supporting you, or were they telling you, forget all of this, focus on school?
Let me tell you one thing. Okay, during the king time, I'll go back to the king time.
Yeah.
My dad told me that the first event that ever happened, he was like, "You're not doing this anymore. You have A levels, you have math, you have business, you have economics. You're not doing any bullshit with A
you
levels.
can hear.
You're doing proper levels. You need to put your mind to it. Just because you're gonna make, for example, amount from a thing, it's gonna ruin your
Doesn't
future."
mean
So
anything.
he gave me this. Bro, his lecture was a very smart lecture. But again, alhamdulillah, what saved me was me not moving. If I moved schools, I'm telling you,
Could have happened.
first of all, my dad will never let me do the event if I moved school. So 100% I will. Like that was also a favor from my dad telling me like, if you stay in the school, I'll let you do the event. You get what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, alhamdulillah, it all works out. I was in a place where like, I'm like, bro, oh my God, I'm so pissed. Like, look at what's happening to me. All my friends are in Kings and I'm sitting alone like in Sanmar.
Oh, this
Well,
is
by the way,
best thing.
mashallah, Sanmar is it's a,
Since
I don't like the school anymore, okay?
Well, okay.
Well, I don't like the school, bro. Honestly, I'm saying it with all my heart. I
Yeah.
don't like the school.
Yeah.
There's just one teacher that helped me, and that's it. But like, just the whole concept of, alhamdulillah, the reason, I was depressed, honestly, bro. And alhamdulillah, it all worked out at the end.
No, yeah, bro. God,
I wouldn't have been able to do
sometimes.
it in the other school. 100% I wouldn't be able to do it in the other school.
Damn, bro. No, bro. I can relate to you. I opening businesses and going into school, especially A-levels, bro. Leave anything else like American curriculums and
You just
Bro.
out of the equation.
A-levels with business. It's the
You
worst.
understand, bro, right?
I know. I get you,
don't really.
and I can't tell you. Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, because American
This
curriculum.
guy American is chilling. Doesn't do
And
do
support from
American curriculum, but they expand brackets at year 30.
Bro, I don't know what they do.
I'm joking.
I don't know what they do, but having A-levels, especially like mocks, actual exams, and then you have some like, sorry for the word, stupid employees like telling you the opposite of what you want, and then you're like, okay, what do I do? And then you have parents, bro. Parents, they can be so full supportive or not supportive.
I'll go to this. We will go a little bit deep. So something that me and Omar talked about to this day is one time we had some sort of work together with you, and you mentioned that if this goes right, you want to take your mom to Umrah. So I'm gonna go and talk about this. What does your mom mean to you? How much has she supported you? And how much of impact did your mom have on you becoming Rayyan Nashwan that we know today?
Yo, my mom has been my day one supporter.
You want full details.
Everything that I needed, she had my back, and same with my dad, both of them. Like, even though my dad, for example, at the beginning, about the business, he didn't want it to happen, but it was only for like maslahti, for my own sake,
100%.
for my own sake. And bro, now how the business is working out, everything I need, he gives me everything. But like, wallah, like tomorrow, if I go ask him, for example, for 500,000 dirhams, wallah, he will give me, because he knows that this has potential, and he knows it's an investment, and he's been supporting me since day one with the business. And
Good for you, Wallah.
my
Good for
mom
you.
is also done the same thing. And bro, the thing with my mom was, when I was really sad, for example, bro, like, it's not something you talk to with your dad.
Yeah.
Let me be honest, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I was raised like,
it's
with your dad,
I have the same thing.
yeah, right? Like,
I have
your
the
dad's
same thing.
straightforward. With your mom,
My mom, it's
like,
emotional support.
exactly. Your dad, if you tell him emotions, will smack your face.
Yeah, or
Man up and,
he'll be like, okay, what do you want now? Like, what?
yeah, bro, like, man up, bro, look, people in Palestine are dying, for example, and you're crying over because you're in one of the most expensive schools in Dubai, but you want to be in another school. Like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Listen, moms, that's like the nature of moms, man. They nurture you.
exactly, bro.
Kind of
You
agree with you,
understand?
like, yeah, it's just
Again,
it's a human thing.
so what you posted also in your graduation yesterday,
Yeah.
very heartwarming. So you have a
Yeah,
very
bro.
close relationship.
Yeah, of
with
course, bro. With
Very
my
close.
mom, I'm very, very
Everything too.
close. And with my dad, both of them, I'm very, very close to both.
Hey, shout out to them if they're watching.
Mama and Baba.
If they're watching, yeah, shout out to
them.
them.
They actually have a big part. Like,
Bro,
more than we would honestly realize.
Bro, for me, wallah, inshallah, I'm telling you, I swear to God, as soon as I have enough money,
Yeah.
inshallah,
Okay.
ya Rab, I want to take them both to Umrah.
Inshallah.
But especially, inshallah, because, bro, look, my dad is different than my mom, right?
Okay.
I love them both.
Yeah.
But like, I want to take my mom first class to Umrah.
That's
I don't want to take
that's
her.
it
I don't want to take her economy. I don't want to take her business. Inshallah, I want to take her first class.
can do
going
it, bro.
back,
You
just
can do it.
for the experience, bro. You know what I mean?
I want you to
Umrah.
say this to the camera to remember it once you do it.
Inshallah, I'm gonna take my mom Umrah first class, going and coming. Inshallah.
No kid. Wow. That's
Inshallah, that if it works out.
It will, inshallah.
bro. I want to talk about exercise. How the fuck you stay in shape, bro?
Bro,
No, wait. I don't know. Maybe we can do some pop up of this guy's physique. You are insane, wallah.
Habibi.
No, you are insane, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's the height. Maybe it's how much I eat. But you stay in shape. Like you're immaculate.
Look, bro, the height is a big factor, okay? MashaAllah alayk. You as how tall are you? Like 6'9"?
6'5". No, 6'5", 6'5", 6'5".
MashaAllah alayhi is a
Yeah.
tall guy, so it's very
Bro,
difficult
but
for you to grow.
still, wallah, you, bro. You're like wider than taller. Bro. I don't know.
For me, what it is for me is that I think genetically,
No, 100%.
for example, with the gym, whether like everything aside, I go to the gym maybe twice a week or once a week.
You
Okay,
do personal training?
I do only for high like VIP.
Yeah.
So people can DM you?
Look, no, honestly, no. Right now, I'm just doing it for
Yeah.
VIPs, for example. If it's a VIP, but I do it because like it's worth it. You get what I
But
mean?
you're right. No. Yeah, you set that boundary. Yeah, bro.
But maybe now since I finished A levels and everything,
Maybe.
Think about it.
maybe I'll think about it.
No, bro. I can imagine your diet is like very strict. Is it not?
But look, right now I eat 2 dates in the morning
Okay.
and then I fast till like maybe 7 p.m. I eat at 7 p.m. and then I try to sleep straight away.
Mhm.
I try to have just one meal because, but look, as a tall guy, it's very easy for you to stay lean.
Okay.
As a shorter guy,
It is.
it's
It
very
is. Because
difficult
it
for me to
spreads out,
stop.
bro.
Exactly.
When I stand up, like when I'm sitting down like this, you have so much like fat like this. But when you stand up,
Exactly.
you're like so fat. Yeah.
It's honestly the fat. If you need to eat more, you know, or maybe to eat less.
That's it.
Me, I enjoy eating. I love eating so
Bro,
much.
you have to. They know, bro. They both know how much I love eating.
Yeah.
I'm actually like a fiend for food.
How important is sleep? So there's people working out for hours, but then they have a bad sleep schedule. Can that affect?
But look, sleeping is very important. But should you ask me about sleeping? Because honestly, people, like I said, I slept at 5 a.m., woke up at 12 p.m. because I had to wake up
The
at
graduation that's coming late.
like,
You had a whoop.
bro, I stopped wearing
Bro,
it.
why?
Sick for it now.
I stopped. No, that's I stopped wearing it.
Another thing, actually, since we're talking about that, the thing on your arm, we can't ignore.
Rolex at 17 years old.
Rolex at 17 years old. Tell me, how
Bro.
was that for you, for your parents? And
Bro.
how was that experience? And where you got it from?
Wallah, look, for me, I've always wanted a nice watch on my wrist, okay?
yeah.
You like it?
And not from my dad, not me borrowing it from someone, no. I wanted it from my own money. I wanted to look at it and say, I made this money and I bought it from my own money, you know? And I was so happy because, alhamdulillah, I made it happen at 17 years old. You know?
Wow.
17 years old, first Rolex.
17 years old, alhamdulillah.
Self-made.
I went, I bought it. I was so happy, but until this day, I would think I would never sell this watch because I just think it's a memory.
Statement, bro.
Bro, even if someone comes and tells me, bro, I will trade this watch for an AP. I tell him, bro, like, this is the watch that I did my first, you know, like, I got my first ever, like, cash that I made from my own money and then.
No, bro.
It's a beautiful.
Well, I'm so happy for you. I'm actually genuinely happy.
Alhamdulillah,
Skills.
wallah. Alhamdulillah, I was very happy at that moment.
Did your parents support the decision of buying a watch, or did
My
they-
dad,
I imagine against
my
it.
dad and my mom were like half about it, okay?
Okay.
Well, my dad, the one thing about my dad, bro, is he didn't grow up in Dubai like me.
That's
true, okay?
That's the thing.
My dad, bro, the last thing he'd ever want is to show brands.
Expensive watch.
Bro, like, if you ask my dad, like, bro,
very late?
bro, nothing at all, you know, like, my dad does not like to show money at all. So he doesn't like the fact that, you know, Rolex, for example, or nice shoes, or he just likes, you know, to stay
Clean.
relaxed and, like, don't waste your money on stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I just like how, mashallah, like, how humble he is.
Yeah, mashallah.
Me, I like to wear this stuff. I just because of my personality. I think, like,
And it kind of comes with work, you know. It's very hard for them to understand
Bro,
making an image.
You said a
personal
statement.
thank you.
You
Well,
said a
thank
statement.
you.
You said a statement
What?
when you walk in the room, when you're walking, when you're wearing something, not to show it off, but like genuinely, I mean, it changes people's perspective of the story.
But when people, I'm sorry to say this, yeah,
Yeah.
but like this is how reality
Okay.
actually
Yeah,
is.
go.
Okay? I think when people see that I have a Rolex on my arm, they will respect me differently when you're working.
Okay.
If you're working with someone,
I
if
support.
you have a Rolex,
Support.
support you dress nice, for example, or anything, they will look at you differently 100%.
That is
Okay, maybe some people might disagree, but I think this is from my experience. Okay, like I'm not wearing it to show like, oh, like look, I have money or
Definitely a lot of factors playing in it, but I feel like like I'm not gonna lie. If I'm looking at a Rolex in a room, catches my eye.
right? And you'd be more motivated to work with them,
100%.
you know?
100%.
You
But
saw
it's,
like
there's a lot of factors that affect it.
100%. I agree with you.
Another topic I want to talk to you about. You have no management, is that true? You're alone.
Bro,
right now?
I'm alone, bro. I'm doing everything like
But you
solo.
do have sponsors. I'm not gonna mention any name. I don't know how their contracts are, if any are still on. But you managed to get sponsors. How did that happen? Look, without management, which is some people who have management
hard,
get
bro.
sponsors.
Bro, I go to ChatGPT. I tell him, well, look, I tell him, I'm like, look, ChatGPT, I don't have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I can get them many people. I can get them many sponsors from people that have 300, 400,000 followers. I know for a fact I can get more than them because I know that people trust me, you know? If I tell them this brand is good, they'll go and buy from it. So what I did was ChatGPT wrote me a message, and ChatGPT also told me to send them my profile. So for example, I'd send them, for example, the Isaac Piper fight, or send them the DXP knockout fight. Let's see how many people are watching, see how many people are cheering for me, you know? Then they would get more motivated. And alhamdulillah, this is how I got my sponsors. This is
Sponsors,
Is
bro.
there any current sponsors right now?
Look, I'm not gonna mention any names, okay? It's because the contract right now is
Yeah,
half.
But you've done it though.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
You've got
I had
sponsored.
2 sponsors, 2 gym brand sponsors.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow. Gym brands. Bro, sponsors pay, bro. Sponsors pay, not gonna lie.
That's-
But it's good. It's good. Also, you don't want it to be like you're getting smoked by a sponsor. Like you don't want to, like we spoke about this like earlier.
don't wanna sell yourself.
You don't want to sell yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, bro. That's what.
You have your
Like,
freedom.
I was speaking about it. So we have a lot of sponsor deals going on for a lot of things. It's just like no money. I think to some people it might be. Some people don't care. But no money can actually like. I mean, they can pay you 50K, and that could be like, oh my god, that's a lot of money. Or 500K, but you'd have to be like just the brand.
Yeah.
Everywhere from top to bottom. You're wearing it. You're talking about it. You're breathing it. You're living in it. You're buying a Nike house. You're a full Nike person. Like these things, you can't just sell yourself for money.
So,
It's come you have to respect it.
100%.
So yeah, money can play a big factor.
Yeah. Going back to DXB knockouts, let's talk about that. I don't feel like we touched enough. What do you think was your hardest fight in general, or out of DXB knockouts as well?
The hardest fight was definitely out of the XP knockout, but my hardest fight was against a current national team fighter, 6'5", Umrah's height. Okay,
Wow.
I was fighting in a very high weight class. I was fighting in 81.
What's your natural?
My natural is 75.
Right.
I was fighting on 81, and
75 is good.
bro, you have to like
75?
Yeah.
How much you be right now, bro?
right now I'm 85.
What a
Yeah.
wow.
My weight right now is crazy.
Crazy.
Bro, but the guy, me fighting that guy, bro,
Yeah.
like, you have to understand, my head reached his hip. Like, look, bro, like
Put
fighting
some clips on there.
fighting a guy who was very good first of all, very, very good. Plus training with the Rayyan national team. Okay, where they train twice a day.
Bro,
They
Tell us about that.
dedicate their life
just
to just training. They want twice a day, and they give you a whole diet plan. They give you everything. So this guy was fully dedicated, you know. And right now he's third in the world, ranked third in the world in world championships. So he's very, very good. That fight finished. But first of all, let me speak, okay? The first rounds, how I did it was I kept taking distance and hitting him with a low kick.
Okay.
Kept hitting distance and hitting him with a low kick. Because it was a K1 fight, so the low kicks have a lot of points. Hitting him with low kicks. Then I'd fake the low kick and go for a head kick. For example, but my head kick is a body kick for him. Yeah, because bro, the guy was so tall. So the head kick was a body kick, bro.
Being 6'5" and actually fighting is like something else.
Bro, he was so good.
I can't fight.
She had very close range. So
Of course. Look, that's when I came. I just kept, then I started entering, I started hitting the body, then attacking the head. Hitting the body, then attacking the head.
to keep this thing.
Exactly. And then at some point, he was getting so bored of the low kicks. He just started attacking me, but I just kept moving out and then just closing him in. And then when the fight finished, it was 2 points. 2 points.
That's your closest fight?
Bro, it was, if he just landed one more punch on me, I would have lost the fight. He landed a knee, bro, here. I didn't see in front of me for 2 seconds, bro. But like, you have to keep in mind, like, wallah, I could not have lost this fight. But I had maybe 50 people
Yeah.
with drums. With drums.
Yeah, bro. I want to speak about that, bro. I see stories, posts, videos, everything. You have, I think, the best like friend group or
Ever, bro.
But if he has a fight, you are not missing it. You are not.
actually you're not. But me forced. Like I don't even know why I see boom 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 Ryan boom boom boom.
It was crazy, bro. Like, and bro, even the commentator said it.
Yeah.
The commentator in that fight
so cool.
was like, Rayyan, you brought all of Dubai and you came.
You have probably one of the best like to follow ratio,
Fan base.
to follow ratio,
A good fan base.
viewer base as
Zero,
well.
bro, for
Stories.
example, my story yesterday,
The sponsors need to see the photos.
my story yesterday had over 1,000 views.
Wow,
Well, Instagram story is getting over 1,000 views,
it's good.
having
Insane.
like that's almost like
That's like
50% of my followers, which is crazy, bro. You know,
It's good.
most of
they're
the
active, they're active.
yeah, they're active. You know, 70 likes per story. You know, for example, my last story had over 60 replies.
He's out there.
Yeah.
You know, 60 replies for Instagram stories and a little bit less.
But like you talk about, having the 3,000, but they're original and they show up.
Exactly.
Are you against a big following, or is that something that you don't chase? Like, would you want to have like 100,000 followers, or if it happens, it happens?
Look, bro, whatever Allah plans for me, I think is gonna be what
Is it a goal? Like, do you want to be more in the influencer side? Do you want to?
I do. Look, to be honest, I do want to be more in the influencer side, but if I do become in the influencer side, I want to be known as respectful and respected, as a good reputation,
You want
not
to
as a famous and like, oh, boy, like, yeah, some people like me, some people think that this guy is, like, I want it to be fully respected, fully good reputation.
But I don't think that is possible.
Of course, 100%.
Having a
Oh,
fake fan page.
Have you seen influencer boxing?
I have. Oh,
You know how crazy it was in like 2019?
yeah, it was
Totally.
crazy, bro.
Holy shit.
You see, I don't mind that,
Yeah, that
honestly.
because you're not taking it seriously. Like you can still live life.
Exactly.
4 months before the fight, get to training, get in shape,
That's
come
the
and
thing.
fight,
That's-
get the money, get out.
Influencer, I would love that. This is why I'm with the experiment.
Yeah.
Because I really like the idea, and inshallah we're continuing it, and we're gonna go it, and inshallah it's gonna become influencer.
So what now? So like, what's next? Uni? No uni?
I'm going AUS, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Good for you.
I'm
Good for you.
Bro,
Where are you
it's
going in?
such a nice university. It's
Yeah.
an amazing
Are
university.
you with university, or was that forced on you? Like,
No.
you wanted.
Bro,
Honestly.
I'm so excited to go.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Bro, AUS is one of the nicest universities I've ever seen. I went to the campus.
Very nice.
Bro, they have so much events and stuff. I'm gonna grow my events there. I'm gonna make.
Why do you think
how
that
they-
us young people, or like our age group who have businesses and these type of things, are so against uni? Or do you think it's a trend and they actually don't know what's happening?
Bro, I think it's
Or they
a
don't understand the risk of not having a degree?
Bro, I think it's something you need to fall back on 100%.
Okay.
It's not something you should risk. Okay. However, look, I also think that it's a memory that you would want to go back on. I think inshallah I'm gonna enjoy AUS so much. I think inshallah I'm gonna make so many events there. It's gonna be also a very big business opportunity for me, bro.
That's how I was thinking.
You know, that's how.
People promote their own businesses there so much.
AUS is AUS
And they said, and bro, like I'm telling you, inshallah, I'm excited because I think that it's gonna grow my business even more. I'm not thinking of it in a negative way. I'm not gonna think of it all like, bro, I'm in uni. I'm gonna have to try hard. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I think that this is a huge business opportunity for me, inshallah. Football events, paddle events, making unis go against unis, making this go against this.
bro.
And
Time
inshallah,
management's everything.
exact, inshallah, ya Rab, this is gonna
My
be
dad
very,
tells me
very.
this a lot. Time management, bro. I feel like I'm going to senior year now. I'm
And you're doing A levels, right?
uh,
You think A levels is anything compared to an American university? Well, we did, bro. I'm just because I did early entry business, okay?
Okay.
And I got an A, alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
So I did it 6 months before everyone. Early entry means everyone does the exam June, you do it in January because they saw you have the potential to do it sit earlier.
okay.
Bro, and I sat the exam and right now I have credits in AUS, which means I skipped some courses. You see what I mean? Because bro, university, especially an American university, is nothing compared to.
But it's nothing. That I don't. Some people don't understand. Whoever doesn't actually do A levels. A levels is like insane.
Different.
Math is something else.
Especially IAL.
Ma-
No, I don't even. Bro, don't even talk to me. The math is insane.
Math right now, like for me, math was one of the hardest thing ever, bro. Alhamdulillah, like I was able to
Oh.
go through it right now with an A in math, which is crazy, bro. Alhamdulillah. But
Inshallah.
with all the fights I had and everything, but I know people that for 6 months before their exam that they'd lock themselves in the room. Wallah, people in my year, but
I know personally.
Bro, they block themselves in the room, telling them, I'm telling them, bro, let's go out, for example. Like, what, go out? Are you crazy? You have A levels in 6 months.
I had a meeting, I believe, when you had the exam.
Bro, I had my
yeah.
stats exam the
We
day
had-
after. Wallah, the stats exam was the day after, and Badr was like, bro, come for a meeting. And I was like, yeah, bro, but I have an exam the day after. But I'm like, bro, it's fine, no worries. I'll go. Because I prioritize that over.
No, I believe. Yeah, you have good.
I don't like to try hard, bro.
Okay.
I don't like to just lock myself.
Take it easy.
Study. I'm taking it so easy, bro. Alhamdulillah. It's economics though. Like, look, I'm gonna be
Oh,
100% honest. Economics right now, I want to see.
Your parents now need to hop up the video.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's done.
economics right now, I want to see. I don't think it's gonna become even higher than a C. Economics right now was very bad for me because I did not study at all. I left economics completely.
Yeah, so it's excuses.
And for business, the only thing I studied was math. Boy, you know how I did well in business? Let me give you an example, okay? I had a big business exam.
Okay.
Everyone was tryharding. Wallah, bro, like, both putting their necks in the books and everything. But they're sleeping with the books. بنام جنبهم الكتاب, like the كتاب next to them, they sleep while studying, you know?
No, I hate that.
Boy, I went to that exam. Wallah, boy, like, I've seen people like, who try hard, you know? And we get their paper back, and I look at my paper, it's an A. I look at his paper, it's a C or a B. But like, haram, you know, when he looks at my paper, knowing that I don't study at all, knowing that I barely come to lesson, but he sees me in lesson one time a week, bro. You know how I got a good grade in business?
Yeah, bro. Do you not study?
No. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I had a collaboration
Okay.
for one of my big Spinakat events, okay? There were some advantages and there were some disadvantages, okay? The whole exam was about collaborations, bro. Bro, they asked me, give me the benefits and the disadvantages of having a collaboration. I'm like, okay, bro. I know all of this. I literally did. I had personal experience with this. I didn't have to say. I had personal experience.
Probably has more business experience than the teacher.
Bro, exactly. Wallah, honestly, bro, jokes aside. Like, alhamdulillah, I went, I started telling them, yeah, look, having a collaboration, that this is benefits for me. However, this happened. There was so much conflict. There was this. But I just went crazy. I had zero structure. I come back, I got full marks on that question, you know, because both they can see that, like, look, this guy knows his stuff.
Yeah. You just did practical work and
Alhamdulillah, exactly. Practical work and worked out.
No,
You know, I thank Allah for all of this, of course.
bro. No, yeah. Do you think there's element of luck in all this?
Bro, look, for me, I think that having just a good iman and believing in your iman is what gives you luck. It's never luck. I think it's always your iman.
Okay. Talk to me about people who make it in like boxing or other.
Okay, let me. I want to also just talk to you about.
People make it in boxing and they go crazy and let's say you go professional, okay.
And one thing also about going professional is that, bro, a lot of people have a debate of haram and halal.
Yeah.
But boxing.
I've heard of that.
And if you guys watch the XP knockout,
Yeah. Do you get people saying it's haram?
I have a lot of people saying this, bro. But me, I believe in myself, and I have a sheikh who I spoke to him.
Yeah.
But I make them wear headgear. Okay.
That is true.
I make them wear 12-ounce gloves. 12-ounce gloves is a pillow fight.
Is it?
12-ounce gloves is
20 ounce.
no 12. 12 is not like, it's not fight.
It's very hard to get a serious injury from the office.
Sparring, you know what I mean? 12,
Oh.
14 is sparring, bro. Last I had 14 even, bro. Just because I wanted to make sure that they were good. I pay the refs. I tell the refs, look, you make sure no one's injured from this fight.
That's
You
the
make
number
sure-
one goal.
Bro, that's the number one rule, because haram, like, I would, even though both their parents sign and everything, of course I take zero liability. But bro,
You don't want that one.
as a Muslim man, it's not even about the liability. It's about myself. Like, how am I gonna sleep at night knowing that a guy has brain damage from an event that I created? You know, like, bro, why am I putting myself in that position?
No, what do you call it? CTE? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, all the XP knockout events, not one person
No. Yeah.
came out saying like, oh, but look, this doesn't happen. Alhamdulillah, but I take very good care of this. This is why also going pro is very scary.
No, yeah.
Or like,
it's a different life. Wallah.
What if I start making all the money from going pro and it's haram money?
Yeah.
What haram might do?
Bro,
That's
haram
really
money.
fair.
Haram money comes
haram.
fast, goes fast.
Bro, haram money, but for example, I did a paddle bet with me and my friend against these two people. We had 4,000 dirhams on the line. 4K from us, 4K from them.
8K.
Though we destroyed them. And I know I was going to win. I take the 8K home. I go home like, yeah, look, Baba, I won this. I had no idea it was haram because I thought it was skill based.
Yeah.
Not, I thought it was like,
You
as
think
long as it's
like
not luck.
numbers.
Yeah, I thought as long as it's not luck, then it's halal because I worked hard to be good at the sport.
That smoked you?
My dad was like, boy, you crazy? It's haram. He's like, bro, go give them back the money right now, like this is haram money.
That's good.
Yeah, but there's no way. Like, what do you mean it's haram money? What do you mean it's haram money? I spoke to a sheikh. He told me it's haram money. I'm like, bro, I shut the fuck up at that point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say
You don't mess with that. Yeah.
there's no way. I
Before
completely remove the money straight away, even though like, khalas, completely remove the money. Not even to charity, nothing, bro. I just remove the money.
Yeah.
Just because I found out it's haram, khalas, and I move on. Inshallah, Allah burzuqni. And
Yeah.
go, subhanallah. The private events are going crazy.
That's true.
Like,
But
see what I
something,
mean?
is that you as a person in general? Before anything that
Yeah.
you do, you have to check Islamically with the sheikh. and
Everything, but everything how I move with my life is all Islamically.
stuff? Okay.
Okay, I feel like, for example, if I do something haram, it will come back to me.
So you have real fear of
I have real fear, bro.
Yeah.
I have experienced it, bro. I do something haram, bro. I did, for example, something, okay, something that was haram that same day. But that same day, I lost my wallet.
Wow.
Wallah, I lost my wallet, bro. I had so much cash in it, bro. Wallah. And it was such a nice wallet, bro. I had so much cash in it. It was such a nice wallet, bro. I lost the wallet, and in that same day, I lost $2,000.
On top.
You see what I mean, bro? Just, and then wallah, that was like a reminder for me, like, oh, this
Wake up.
Lock in.
for example, another thing happened. As soon as you do something haram, Allah will bring it back to you, and you will realize, oh, okay, you need to get back, you need to lock in. You pray, you make sure everything is good, and inshallah you feel much better about yourself, you know?
Sorry for interrupting. I know it's been a good episode. This episode is sponsored by Limited, an upcoming clothing brand launching very soon, providing fresh designs, premium quality, and even wristbands. You can use code Unfiltered for 10% off when they go live.
Own it before it's history. Make sure to check out their website and Instagram in the description down below.
So another thing I want to say, so right now we sometimes get this and I really don't like it, but I'll ask you about it. So a lot of our friends, you know, they're still young, they're not into business and stuff like that. They see you on Instagram with all these things, they see the watches, they see this, and instantly you made it and you're successful. Is it true? Do you see yourself, you made success and
100% not, bro.
No?
1,000% not.
like people think this is it, you know, you're
No
successful.
way, bro. 1,000% not. I think
So
I
what
have so
defines
much to
success?
do.
What's success?
Bro, for me, success is living comfortably
Mhm.
on a lifestyle that you imagined. Okay, my lifestyle that I imagine, inshallah, is that second year of uni, inshallah, or third year of uni. Like the earlier the better. I'm married. I'm settled with a girl. Wallah, inshallah, I can treat her right. Have enough money to take care of the family. Have enough money to open a house that I want also.
You're 22, 3 in that age.
Bro, inshallah.
Well done.
That's success.
Yeah,
That's
I want,
success.
bro,
Well,
like,
married young.
I really want to get married as soon as possible because, like, bro, I can't hold myself anymore. Bro, bro, like, bro, what can I say, bro? Honestly, bro, like, it's too much.
No, you're completing half of your deen. Having the right girl is gonna help you a lot.
Bro, and Badr and Omar,
Yeah.
I'm 18 years old now, okay?
Okay.
And bro, I'll say this proudly, so proudly. I've never kissed a girl in my life. But alhamdulillah, I don't think that it's to do with, like, I think that tomorrow I can go, not like as in like anyone.
We get it.
Anyone can, you know, anyone can tomorrow go.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Hypothetically, anyone can go tomorrow.
This time of age,
They can do this. They can do whatever they want.
Especially in Dubai, if you have money, if you have anything, tomorrow you'll go and it doesn't matter, bro. But I think that, you know, it's very difficult to keep this. Alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of myself that I'm 18 years old and I have never kissed a girl. I think this is the biggest flex. Some people think that this is
opposite.
some people think it's the opposite, which is crazy, bro. Like, which is so stupid. Some people think that, oh, like,
So
look,
normalized.
yeah, well, it's been so normal. Like, bro, this guy is 18 years old and he's never been with a girl.
I think we all know a lot of people who are like
Right?
this.
Bro, and like,
It's
bro,
disgusting.
they think it's something like, you know,
Mandatory.
but no, something bad. That, oh, like, bro, look, just because he can't pull or he can't do it.
Yeah, that's very wrong.
But in my opinion, alhamdulillah, people who know me, you know that I've been in situations where I completely removed myself from the situations only because of Allah's sake. That's it, bro. Put haram and put the halal, you know, before everything, you know, Islam before everything.
So now back to, we talk about, you have one of the best friend groups and they support you and stuff like that. Does these things come to your mind, like about a friend or something like that? Do you want to
Look,
also be on the deen?
I try.
And can some of these things push you away from someone? And what are they? Like, if you know, for example, Badr's done this, I will not enter a room
No.
again.
I think that, bro, me as a guy, alhamdulillah, I've worked very hard and I've been in situations where, like, I think it's very, very difficult. But, like, alhamdulillah, I've never smoked in my life before. I never even tried it. Well, I never even tried a vape in my life.
That's big.
I've never tried a vape in my life. I've never done anything with a girl before. I've never, like, you know, like, these types of
You're
stuff,
gone.
I think it's very, very, very rare to have.
Okay.
So, bro, if I go looking for people who are the same with me,
But there
then
are
I
some
don't-
red flags or like something you can't.
Look, there is, for example, drinking.
Yeah.
Okay? I will never be close to you if you drink.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll be friends with you, okay? Like, friends with you, okay?
No to drink.
Drinking, impossible, bro. Because I know if you drink, I'm sorry, bro, but like, you know, that's
It's a
between you
X.
and Allah.
It's a big X.
But it's a big X.
For me, or culture
I
as
think
well.
for me also, yeah.
Like, or many things out of your things that are out of your culture are also, you know.
But drinking because means also you don't pray, okay?
100%.
And like, bro, if you don't pray, like, bro,
Again, praying is very important.
prayer is, alhamdulillah, bro, like, wallah, I don't remember the last time I missed a prayer. Maybe it's been 4 or 5 years, you know? Alhamdulillah, like,
It's feeling, bro. That connection sometimes you're like, I know how close you are, but the 100 is a different thing.
It allows you to be disciplined also.
But it's a different thing.
It is this.
It's a different. It is because like listen, you're gonna wake up for Fajr like what 5 a.m. let's say. Waking up that 1 hour before, whatever you want to wake up, whenever you want to pray it, it's just like you have to do it.
I know,
It's
keep in mind,
so
but I
different.
sleep. Sometimes I sleep at 3:30, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sleep at 3:30. Wake up 40 minutes after.
You don't
bro.
have
Yeah.
to miss a prayer.
I do that, and I'm like, okay, I can't miss this. I'm
Exactly.
dying of.
Hop on the game or something.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something. We'll be playing like something. We'll be playing something like Allah on a meeting, and it's like so late, like 3:30. I'm like, bro, there's 1 hour left to Fajr. We can't. But we're dying. Like we actually need to sleep.
Yeah.
We actually are. So we would sleep, and then we would wake up to our loudest alarm. I would like put everything on just to make sure I don't.
Exactly. Mashallah alaikum, bro. That's
sleep,
really
yeah.
good. And I try my hardest with my closest friends because I genuinely care for them.
Yeah.
Every time there's a prayer, I pull them, bro. I pull them min sha'arhum. I pull them. I tell them, come. We need to pray. We need to do this.
Oh, you need to.
But that's again, because I am close to people you are close to, and to be honest, behind your back, a lot of people took very high of you. Like you are actually maybe a motivational more than you think you are. You cause out of motivation stuff like that.
Alhamdulillah.
Is that pressure?
Let me give you an example. Literally yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
I really want to take this girl to prom.
Okay.
Okay. I had a very nice car with me, and I really want to take this girl to prom. But we don't do anything, of course.
Yeah.
We just go to
Either.
prom. It's fairness, everything. I wanted to do a proposal also. Like, bro, it's my last year in school. I want to do a proposal. Bro,
You could have made it big.
I just think, bro, like doing a proposal and taking the girl to prom, everything will give people the wrong image, and people will start saying, "Oh, like, look, this guy takes his girl to prom." I don't want to demotivate them. Like they look at me as someone who's this, that.
I like.
Now they see like, no, look, sure.
Rayyan's done it.
If I'm doing it, it's fine, then I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that alhamdulillah, like I influence some people, and me doing that will maybe make them think that it's okay. Even the younger people,
It's definitely more positive than negative from that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Adi, it's fine. Pulled up alone yesterday.
Yeah.
Pulled up alone. It's fine.
So you're like on the private side, I guess.
Yeah, look,
Very private.
and even like
Different
even
level.
if I were to do the proposal, I told them like I don't want any videos. If it were to happen,
for the girl,
yeah, like
protect her
خلاص, like just and even the girl, a very respectful girl, like
Yeah.
like I would never do anything with,
Yeah.
for example, talk to
Yeah.
a girl disrespect.
Yeah.
Very, very respectful girl also. It's just
Yeah.
that like in general, doing it maybe would have given the wrong idea.
Yeah. No, I respect that, but yes. So you're on that different private thing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I like that.
Yes,
Bro, look, like
It's the best. It's the best.
like people need to understand, like, bro, not doing something with a girl doesn't mean like you don't talk to girls. Of course, bro, don't talk, like I'm not gay. Like, okay, like, bro, of course, I talk to girls, as friends or whatever. But like maybe talking, going out, for example, as friends groups. But like as long as you have this boundary, bro,
There's a boundary.
the boundary of not getting with a girl. Because as soon as you kiss a girl or as soon as you get with a girl, I don't know how people skate, but for us, we need to call it gets, okay? Bro, wallah, and I've seen people I've known, who people I'm very, very close to, bro. As soon as you get, it breaks that boundary, wallah. As soon as that boundary is
that
broken,
becomes normal.
everything goes crazy. Like people might say, bro, it's just a kiss. Bro, wallah, as soon as that
Yeah.
boundary is broken,
I feel like
everything becomes normal. It will finish, it will start from here. Then it will go from here, then it will end.
What are ways, or you think, to make people realize what they're doing, or like, how do they notice that they should stay away from this?
Like, look, bro, for me, the only thing is that I keep
Because you
telling,
said you motivate your friends, so how do you do that? Like, what do you tell?
every time something like happens with them or like they're about to do something or anything, I just try to give them a talk.
a wake up.
In a wake up, but also at the same time, you're not their dad. So you have to make sure you have this balance, okay?
It's your job, bro. It's your job.
Like I'm telling you, bro, this just because I love you and I care about you. Not because like if I didn't care about you, I'd tell you to go do it. But like it's not gonna affect me at the end of the day. But أنا عشان أنا بحبك و I take care of you. I care so much about you that I don't want you to do this because I know it's gonna affect you in the future, bro. And wallah, bro, like that same guy came to me that same day and he told me, Rayyan, wallah, I should have listened to you. I regret it so much.
What a guy.
And now, خلاص, now,
Regret.
mashallah alayh, now he's praying, bro. And the guy, like, I'm sorry, bro, but the guy that don't used to pray. Mashallah alayh, he's been telling me, bro, I'm praying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Of course, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean? Like, just giving them that wake up call, but showing them at the same time, you're not their dad. Like, you're not gonna tell them, oh, bro, if you go to this place, I mean, like, you know, like if you go to this place and you're with a girl, I see you doing something, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna break it off. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, it's not gonna be like
Well,
that.
it's your job. I feel like it's every person's job. Just
And I'm not gonna grab him and tell him,
No.
"Oh, don't go, don't go, don't go. If you go, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore." No,
that's not right. That's not right.
you speak to them in a way where like you show them that you're doing it only because you care about them,
Yeah.
not in a way where like, إنه خاوة عليك ما تروح.
No, yeah, you're not that dad. But it's your job and priority to be like, okay, I love you, hey bro, like don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Don't do that because it's better for you and you explain to them why not to do it, bro. Wallah, I used to give them personal experience, but I used to tell them like, look, this is that. بعدين بيحكوا لي صح كلامك and they do
They
it.
will realize.
Sometimes you don't listen. If you don't listen, you don't take it
It's on them.
personal,
It's on
bro.
them. You're trying to help. Okay, back to the business side. From boxing to paddle, football. So foot fest and paddle. How did you get into
Bro,
it?
I love paddle so much, bro. Oh my god.
Actually,
But my racket's in the car.
No,
Say-
way.
say, well,
After this.
my racket's in the
you
car.
have
My shoes are in
to
the car.
pedal. Oh, yeah.
Bro, and the thing is with paddle, bro, alhamdulillah. Look, I'm gonna also go back to the Dean side. When I won that bet, 8,000 dirham bet, bro, in my back pocket, right? In my back pocket, 8,000 dirhams in my back pocket. I gave it away because it's haram and halal.
Yeah.
Bro, Allah razaqni, Allah gave me a chance where I made events. Bro, event after event. Bro, wallah al-abid paddle event, bro, boxing event, I die in the event. Okay, let me be honest. Marketing, everything, bro, I'm dying. Bro, this event,
You barely promoted actually.
bro, I posted on my stories. I posted on my Snap story. And bro, the first event. Let me give you the first event.
Who
The
can
first-
book out the event from a Snap story?
You know what? Bro,
You're looking at them.
only
the first event. Okay, the first ever paddle event was normal event. I was doing it. I told Foot Fest, I'm like, look, guys, let's do paddle. We did football, we did this, we did that. Let's do paddle. I wasn't a partner back then.
You always work your way.
Yeah, you always wait for it, but you prove it to them, you know? I don't like to just speak. I'm not going to tell them, boy, yeah, I want to join with you as a partner. They're going to tell me, bro, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know?
right.
I told them, I'm like, look, guys, we're going to add paddle to this. Well, we did paddle. We did the first event. We got 16 teams. Mashallah, I did very well. Second event, I booked it 2 days before.
Yeah.
We got 16 teams and I booked only 2 courts. But the profit margin, mashallah, was crazy.
Oh.
You know, 2 courts with 16 teams, you know, and each team pays 500.
You have to talk to the people who own the court, obviously.
I-
Tell us how
yeah.
because you surprised him and he wanted you to come back. Is what-
But he wanted me to come back because he saw the community that I got.
Mhm.
Normal, a lot of people in Dubai and UAE play paddle are older people, bro, and mid-aged people, you know. He really liked the fact that it was a community of teenagers. Bro, all the event was teenagers, you know. We had Freeze, bro, Freeze, a very popular crab brand. We had Freeze there, we had Mehbash there. Bro, so many people, he really liked the ajwa, you know. He told me, like, I want you to come back. But he gave me a discount code. Wallah, for anyone who comes and played in the tournament before, you enter with a discount in paddle, you know. And bro,
Amazing.
that's it. Then
If it's still active, you can give it out for whoever's watching.
the what?
You wanna do that?
Code.
The what?
This code.
Let's go Fit Fest.
Fit
Just say Fit Fest. Wow, mashallah, yeah, bro, mashallah. And then, bro, and then the last event that I made, bro, imagine, shoof, it was 16 teams. No, it was 12 to 16 teams. My last event, I was worried about not being able to get 16 teams, to be honest. Okay, so it was very last minute, yeah. I got 25 teams. 25
Yeah,
teams
but
in
it's
2
like-
courts. Both 25 teams in 2 courts. And I enjoyed it.
That's
Bro,
the most important. Have it-
Bro, like, normally, like, bro, like, you're making money while enjoying it, you know? The paddle.
Hard. It's hard to get that.
And bro, this all happened. Well, I believe with all my heart that this all happened because I gave out the haram money. I think if I kept the haram money, like, look, it was the same concept, paddle,
You praise Islam more than yourself.
right?
It's amazing.
Wallah, 100%. But I think that because I gave out this haram money, now look,
Reward.
Allah razaqni and 3 paddle events in a row, which broke even comfortably, bro. And bro, you know, to eliminate the risk, my first ever paddle event was shared revenue with the venue.
Well,
So shared revenue, shared costs.
okay.
And then as soon as I saw that, look, this is really well.
Let's do it.
But let's do it. And I continued. But I did. But like, I'm planning to do one in 4 days.
So you were the reason Foot Fest is doing this, right?
Yeah. Right now, Fit Fest, we made 3-4 events.
So it was your idea.
Yeah.
everything.
And both the profits were crazy. And I think that motivated him even more to make me a partner.
Bro.
So now official partner.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Oh, when we knew about this a long time ago, but you didn't want to speak about it.
No.
Now you're good.
Now 100%.
Now,
Yeah,
Khalas.
that's true. We know this sounds a bit.
yeah, we knew. He's told us, he's like, guys, don't, like, you know, they keep it on the low.
Yeah.
Now it's good.
But because I proved it to him, you know?
Yeah.
But look, this is that. Because look, realistically, Badr, I can go do this event with, but like I had 3 or 4 big locals approach me and tell me like, I want to do this paddle event with you. And I had another guy who was very into paddle, my close friend, Haider. Very insane paddle
Very,
player.
very good.
He asked me, he's like, well, let's do it. But I'm sure he has so much connections, bro. But I just think that this is a good investment because in FootFest, because when I do these events with them, I'm also going to do football events. I'm going to do this event. I'm planning to go crazy, inshallah, with them in the future.
Inshallah.
But like he knows that me doing it with him is also good for the business, you know?
Okay.
Everyone's doing me a favor, making me partner. He knows, and I proved it to him.
But on the other side, which a lot of, again, I'll go back to our friends, a lot of people want to put on or they want you to help them out. Are you worried about making a business with a friend? Or do you believe it's...
Yeah, business
or
partners.
do you believe it's better to have a friend instead of a random guy?
Look, I have a very close friend of mine, okay? I try to do business with, but like sometimes, bro, I just feel like, you know, it depends on the idea. Would I like to do business with a close friend? I would love to. Honestly, I would love to, bro. Wallah. I would love to have one of my best friends and own a business with him and make money and do well with him. But, bro, just like right now, the opportunities with me, it's very hard, bro. Like what am I going to do? Bring him as partner in FootFest? You know, like, you know, what am I going to bring him a partner? Like, it's very
It has
difficult.
to bring value, to be honest.
It has to bring value, bro. And also, like, inshallah, when I have enough money to be doing this, I will. Wallah, I'd be more than I would be more than happy to, bro. Wallah, I would love to, bro. To have
Right now, it's the hustle.
exactly.
You have to hustle.
Again, people don't know you're still...
And mashallah, bro, I think like 90% of my group chat, I don't think even 100% of my group chat, bro, they're 10 times richer than me, bro. I don't even need this stuff.
surrounding yourself.
We love
Yes,
that.
people
We love that, wallah.
You know, like it's
Yeah.
fine.
So how do you feel like, so, you know, when you surround yourself around these people?
But look, I really like them. These guys are my closest brothers, bro, and they're very humble. Okay, like we make jokes with our group. We're very comfortable with each other.
How many people showed up to your graduation yesterday?
Bro, so many, bro. Bro, so many showed up. Alhamdulillah. Bro, and you want to know a funny story?
Tell me.
Is that I will even show you the chats, bro. That I was fighting. Can I pull up the chats?
Do it. You can do it, bro. Take it. Do it.
Can I keep the mic here? I'll keep-
Yeah, just do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm gonna read the chats of the senior group of Sunmark. Okay,
Okay.
they started telling me that you can't bring any friends from outside. You have 4 tickets, and 4 tickets for doing you a favor. You can only bring your mom, your dad, your older sister, and your brother. I can't even bring my little sister. Imagine, yeah? Truth. And this is me crying on the group chat. Because, but wallah, really, the people that I'm with in Sunmark, they don't care about this stuff. Bro.
Why are they so like?
They don't.
Why?
Even my seniors.
Why?
They're not.
You didn't even have support from your own students.
My own students, but the people with me, they didn't give 2 shits. Like, look, I'm gonna read you the one. I'm gonna read.
Okay. Go for it.
Bro, I was so pissed, man. Wallah.
Bro, why? Some people just don't care. Some people just don't give a shit.
Bro, I wrote the whole paragraph telling them, guys, even if wallah, I was willing to pay from my pocket. I'm like, bro, guys, even if I have to pay from my pocket, I'll pay whatever. Just please do it because there's.
But it's your graduation. You get it once.
It's my only ever graduation. They're telling me my closest friends can't be there, and I'm like, you know, I'm always with my friends in their graduation and stuff.
There are people that are very close to you.
Okay, I'm like, look, okay, let's see. Every senior will at least have 2 parents coming. I'm gonna get like 10 friends. Look, I have a voice message. I play the voice message.
Yeah, you can do it.
Because I don't know if I'm swearing. Wallah, I don't remember. Okay.
Okay. You want to? Okay.
Is that okay?
Just go. It's unfiltered, bro.
Okay. I have no idea what I said.
Unfiltered for a reason.
But I know I was crying. For sure, I was crying.
Okay, go. I want to hear this actually.
Put it next to the mic so you're...
I will.
Okay. Everyone.
Because I'm gonna see if there's the first proper one. Because I'm probably deep into the swearing here, like probably going crazy.
You went crazy then.
But I was so pissed.
It was a big moment.
I was telling their parents all to email. I was telling my parents to email.
So what happened then?
But of course, I'll explain to you. I'll get to that part
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
9 seconds, guys. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Take your time, bro. Is it normal for people to do that? Like in your graduation?
Yeah, people buy each other's tickets. So let's say you don't have... Let's say you get 5 people. I'm only going to bring 2. I can sell you 3.
Oh shit!
That's how it works. That's the technique.
Oh
But
shit!
you've actually done me and you
Wait, shit. So like,
graduate.
so if, for example, if I have only 2 parents coming, I have 3 left.
And then you have 3 left. Either you want to be nice and give it out,
Oh, so
or I can pull up to you and tell you.
I have the voice message. Okay, guys. I get it. Yeah, unfiltered. Yeah.
Okay, go.
Guys, I was speaking to Jack yesterday about us getting a hotel for graduation so we can get outside people. Because I want all my friends to come. And I was speaking to Renan and Aida now and Tommy, and they all think the same. And they're all willing to pay I'm also very willing to pay. Just let us see if you guys are also willing to pay, because it's graduation, you know. Why should we be limited? All God schools are doing it in nice hotels, and we're paying 100K a year for this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, you're right. For bullshit, bro. And then, bro, I'm sorry, but the next voice message, I'm just like going crazy at the school. I'm going like, bro, I know schools that pay 30, 40K a year and they're doing it at Dubai Opera, bro. And what, we're doing it in our own school? Bro, I was so pissed. Listen, I still told my friends to come. I told my friends to all come. Like, bro, maybe, I don't know how many people showed up, bro.
A lot of people showed up. I'm still watching stories.
They take,
Yeah, I am. And it's next. Okay, it doesn't end.
bro, and one of them was, I think, like, you know, he was like very big local, you know. He then started threatening them. Bro, my friends are the only people who entered. Bro, they're the only people who entered. They entered for the graduation. They went crazy and then they left. They only entered for my walk. Like, they could convince them to only enter in my walk. Oh, they were. Well, you see, they did not horn or anything. They were just screaming and shouting. But it's like, bro, just in general, like, bro, they came in and they kept speaking until they made themselves go in. Which, bro, I love them all for doing that. Wow, that was so nice.
Yeah, bro, they wouldn't just show up and be like, okay, let's wait outside for 9 to come out.
Bro, it was so nice, you know, like, you know, the fact that they actually made it. I was so happy. I couldn't bring all the people that I wanted to. Well, like, to be honest, because I thought, you know, it was very limited. So I just bought a small amount of people, my closest friends. But alhamdulillah, bro, like, I'm so happy it worked out and they were there for my graduation, went crazy. All of them talk shit about the school after, by the way. Every single one of them shot on the school, bro. Tell them, bro, like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, how can you not have people? And bro, even the graduation, man, like, we were sitting with the parents. We were sitting with the people who were like, bro, this is so stupid.
There's a big problem in all schools.
Bro, no, it's not. That's the issue. It's not with all schools, brother. How can you pay 100,000 dirhams a year?
Yeah,
for
wait,
you to be
there's
the
a level. Like, you're in, I think, the top 3 schools.
Well, this like a
It's one of the best schools ever, actually, in UAE at least. It is, yeah, it's nice.
must be.
What's I mean, you 100K or go to university.
He's saying price wise.
Sunmark?
Yeah.
God, don't make me swear, please.
Okay.
He wants.
Alhamdulillah, I graduated. Alhamdulillah. There's only one teacher that I really liked, bro. And my old times in the school, I really loved those old times. It was more like how
Now it's
just memories.
not bro. I was so heartbroken about the graduation. The graduation was something that hurt me so much. I wanted to bring so many people, bro.
Yeah.
Because bro, it's my graduation. You know, I was so excited. You know.
At least it worked out somehow.
Alhamdulillah, bro, it worked out somehow. You know, I prayed, I made dua, and somehow, bro, they made it.
Hopefully,
Bro, so many people were asking the people, like, how did they manage to enter? How did their friends manage to enter?
Yeah, I can imagine.
How was prom yesterday?
Huh?
How was prom yesterday?
But it was good. Alhamdulillah, wallah, it was nice.
Maybe it was.
Bro, I just really,
That didn't look like it was.
You might have regretted that decision.
I really liked the idea of pulling up in a nice outfit, in a nice car.
Yeah.
You know, like that idea was more on the table. You know, and I said bye to all of them.
Oh yeah.
50% I don't like at all. I don't really give a shit about that.
90%.
But some of them I really like. Honestly, some of them we're not very close, but like, you know, bro, like I like they're nice people. You know, haram, like you can tell. Some of them, and they support me on my social media and stuff. You know, some of them I don't like at all. But you know, some of them, like, they're really nice people.
Alhamdulillah.
And I said goodbye to them, and I said good luck with your life. And they told me also good luck with everything. And I hope everything goes well with you. You know,
Hopefully.
like, but that's what I mean. Like, you know, just the whole concept of pulling up in a nice car, a nice outfit, just a memory. You know, taking pictures.
Yeah. Okay, so now what's next for Rayyan? Like, obviously, one of your main goals is to take your parents or at least your mom to go to Umrah. But now what's next?
Look,
whether it's events or goals.
I have something, inshallah, coming very big, and inshallah, this is in my university.
Okay.
Inshallah, I want to go crazy in university. I want to do a lot of events in university, and I also want to do the XP knockout.
So you're still motivated, everything that's
100%, bro.
Peaks been knockout long time.
Yeah, inshallah, bro. I'm gonna keep going, bro. Inshallah, I'm gonna make it specialized. I'm gonna make it specialized to universities. I'm gonna make it university against you know, most of universities have a kickboxing team, but they don't fight. They don't compete. So what I'm gonna do? Why don't they compete? Because of danger.
But there's boxing though, and a lot of people do. There's a boxing stuff also, yeah.
In universities?
I think like one guy from let's see, someone what he was. So,
Really?
They had one, I remember.
I've never heard of it.
If he's involved, it's gonna be bigger.
Yeah, I think I want to scale it.
Bro,
I've never
there
heard
is
of
so
it.
much room for scaling in the business you have done.
And
It's like impossible. Like,
I'm planning, inshallah, to do it, like, you know, because I know universities have kickboxing teams that don't compete. He told me we don't compete because we're scared to be dangerous. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speak to the head of university, inshallah. I'm gonna tell him, look, I'm gonna make it extra safe. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Find a way, inshallah. Make it university against university. AUS, for example, against AUD.
so much people watching.
Exactly, you know.
So I want this to happen. I want to go watch. Actually, I want to.
No, I'm gonna make it, inshallah, happen. I'm gonna scale it, inshallah, very well. And inshallah khair, we have to go. 100%.
I love events, bro. I love events.
So, but alhamdulillah, a lot of things are going good.
And paddle also. I want to make it paddle specialized to universities also.
Paddle is
This university,
something like
this
that.
university. You know, like
Paddle.
paddle is a very popular sport in Dubai. You know,
Now it's going.
That's something we were talking about.
Thing called anyway.
paddle fest. Yeah, it's foot fest, but paddle. So we just made it paddle fest. Yeah.
Okay, but now, alhamdulillah, a lot of things are going your way. So how do you stay humble?
Inshallah khair. But look, to be honest, how do you define getting filled? كيف تشبع? How do you define that for you? For example, let me give you, how do you define it? You and Omar.
It's very close to what you were saying. I feel like I'm always going to have that hunger in me just because
Keep hustling, bro.
experiences.
Right?
I don't think I'll ever fulfill it, to be honest.
صح? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
I don't
It's
think
just a lot of bad things happened
Bro,
for you to stop. It's like I didn't go through like all these things, so now I can be like, it's done.
I feel like if you love the hustle, and like if you feel like I love it, like I love what I do.
You can't sit.
love
I don't feel
I
like you're
love
not that
it.
person. You can just sit at home for more than 3 days.
No way, bro.
Even one day.
My mom and my dad, big shout out to them also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wallah, they've been fighting me for the past 2 weeks, 3
Okay.
weeks. Because, bro, wallah, I've been maybe home. I'm home at 12 or 1 a.m. Sleep, wake up, go out.
No, at home.
Home, sleep, go. I'm not at home at all, bro. My mom's telling me, bro, I can even pull up the WhatsApp messages. انت مش في البيت وما بتروح استحالة حالك. Bro, she goes crazy on
Yeah.
wallah. But bro, wallah, like she also like when I speak to her, I speak to my dad and I explain to them like, look,
Understand.
this is inshallah like business opportunity, most of it, you know.
Yeah.
And even some of my friends are leaving. I want to say goodbye. Like they understand this concept, you know.
Bro, having parents like that is a blessing.
Of course, bro. I'm very, very happy. Alhamdulillah, ya Rabb. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bro, I swear to God, I think even me, I feel like also us we have our family is a family kind of family friends, and they feel like they're just supported. Like there's a level of support that you just can't receive, and that just comes from parents, bro. And it's like no matter what's going on, even if it's being bad, and sometimes they tell you like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You might have a different perspective and you still go for it. They still support you.
بالظبط.
That's what's different.
Bro, and when the same thing, the king's time, bro. Like, look, I was in a very bad place, bro. I had no income from money, for example. I was really hungry for it, but I had nothing going on for me. And it was a point where all my friends left me, bro. Like, my mom kept telling me, no, Allah, he planned it for you, so you should wait, inshallah, it will come back to you. Bro, wallah, that's exactly what happened. I know, wallah, for a fact that if I moved, none of this would have happened to me, you know. I'm so confident, bro, because also Sunmark had one thing that Kings didn't have. Sunmark had the choice to do AS. Kings didn't have this, which means that if, for example, economics, I didn't want to continue the full course of economics, right?
AS
So what I did, I took AS, and AUS accepts AS.
only.
Yeah, Kings does, like, for example, Kings does not. Kings only, you have to wait. Bro, Kings, you study for 2 years, and you do the exams at the end of the 2 years. For me, for Sunmark, I had I had the freedom of doing my exams whenever I wanted to, which made me so comfortable, you know, like alhamdulillah. So I think that, you know, like my mom sat down with me and she explained to me all of this. I didn't believe her at that.
It's hard to believe it when you're.
How will you believe it, bro, when you're depressed 1 hour? Depressed.
So again, we're talking about that was a very low time of your life.
Very, bro.
What about business wise? Did you have like these negatives in business or something that didn't work out?
But look,
Maybe a sponsorship you wanted, you didn't get. Something that demotivated.
A lot.
How did you deal with
a lot of stuff happened like this, bro, during business times. I would go really, bro, look, I'll tell you one thing. Money influences my mood a lot.
Okay.
Money influences my mood.
Does it?
So much, bro. So much. Like if you see me, like, I made a lot of money this day,
You'll be happy. Yeah.
you'll see me all, like, you'll see me so happy, bro, you know. And if you see me that I haven't made a specific amount of money that day, you'd see me just like, you know, down, you know, like, you know, or for example, if I lost money that day, you just see me down, or if you see me like, you know, there's no more opportunity for me, like, look, like, I tried to do this event, it didn't work out, like, you know, you'll just see me demotivated. But alhamdulillah, like, I just continue going. I say alhamdulillah, and I continue going. But, you know, just, you know, you just influences my mood so much. Like, if you see me, I made 10,000 dirhams, for example, that day,
You'll be happy.
but I'd be sitting with you and laughing at every joke you make.
Yeah.
You know?
Would you ever go to a 9 to 5 or no? Are you against that?
Against it, I don't know, bro. Okay, look, about against, bro, my father, my brother, all of them, bro, they work in that.
Because people think 9 to 5 is minimum wage. There's nothing else.
That's
No,
no,
That's
Oh,
very
9 to
wrong.
5, bro, 9 to
should have
5.
that.
Bro, 9 to 5.
It's very wrong.
For, like, look, what do you mean by 9 to 5? Like, getting
Like,
paid by
not
the
a
hour?
No, like a
Or normal salary job, for
normal
example.
salary.
Salary
As
job.
you might be
Okay.
an employee, for example.
Bro, my father works a salary job.
guys, not
Mashallah alayhi, like he's.
Hold on.
That's people
Nothing
don't
is
understand.
wrong. No, I want to say this. Nothing is wrong with working a salary job. I think it's just in the last 4 years, amid this all this
Yeah,
hate
people
shit,
think that.
people just started shitting on having a salary job.
Yeah.
Most of this, I'm not saying I want to have one. I'm just saying, like, work should not be shut on no matter what it is. If you're a gardener, if you're a businessman, if you're an entrepreneur,
100%.
no matter what it is,
Get your
work is
food
work.
on the plate.
Hey, you got your food on the plate, as he said, and it's, bro, like, some people say, شغل عبادة, bro.
صح.
It's a something you just need to like get done with. And whether it's being paid by salary, single contract friend, freelancer, getting paid by your own entrepreneur,
And bro, it works out.
work.
Some
100%.
Bro,
Hey, some salaries are like millions. Let me tell you something.
like, some salaries are crazy, but I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
my dad, mashallah alayh, he worked his way up.
That's what.
He was a COO in Mobile in Saudi. He's one of the biggest,
Wow.
biggest
Operating officer.
Bro, he was,
Wow.
Allah, he was crazy, bro. You know,
Is
like
he your biggest motivator?
100%. My father, I look up to him in every way. Wallah, for everything in business, bro. Wallah, one time, I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Sure.
Okay? I don't know if this is good for the camera, but I'm gonna say it. Okay,
Go.
because of legal and illegal.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say it anyway because it's in the past, and I don't want anyone to go back to.
Go.
Okay. That time, where a lot of stuff happened during that event. Okay, he called me and started telling me, the ring is broken. This is broken. This is broken. You guys need to pay $30,000.
Bro.
$30,000 of what? Bro, what are you talking about? There was nothing there. It's like we also have to pay
No,
for
but the
cleaning.
XB knockout event, right?
Huh?
Or-
That was the Isaac Piper fight.
Oh.
I spoke to my dad. My dad was like, I'll handle this.
Where you
There
scared?
you go. So I trust my dad, mashallah, he's a very, very educated person. But I know people who have business and all of this.
Good for him.
But mashallah, he completed masters.
Wow.
Mashallah,
That's
alayhi,
it.
he's very, very educated. He
Yep.
knows how to write, he knows how to speak, he knows how to give speeches, everything, bro. Mashallah, alayhi, very, very educated person. So when I came to him and I told him this happened, I was very scared, bro. If I paid this $30,000, I would put $0 in my pocket and I'd even lose money, you know? And $30,000 was only one thing he asked for. He asked for many other money, you know? And
And it's a bad image. It
Bro,
comes with a lot more than
like him,
So much.
My dad was like, I want to meet with him. Bro, we met with him. He was like, look, I have this idea. We're gonna go in saying this. We're gonna go in saying that. Will we go? He's convincing him. Bro, he entered convincing the owner he wants to do another event in that same venue. Look at his idea.
Yeah.
Is that, bro, me and my partner knew we're not gonna make another event. We knew that we're not gonna do another event there.
In your brain.
Bro, we know that we're not gonna make another event in VIC because we had bad experience with them. We're not gonna do it again with them. My dad entered there, convincing him. Convincing him that I want to do another event there. The guy was telling him no, and we'll speak about it and stuff. And then my dad was like, so we're not gonna do. My dad left, making him think he got a win. Realistically, bro, we paid 0 dirhams. We left paying 0 dirhams. And my dad was like, the owner was like, we'll call the police. And I was like, call the police. I was like, my dad was waiting for him to call the police. Bro, my dad left the venue making the owner think he got a win. Well, realistically, my dad, my dad left making us pay 0 dirhams for any damage.
Wow.
Wallah, we paid 0 dirhams for any damages and we went home.
What a guy, by the way. What a
Well,
life.
because mashallah alayh,
Were you worried, to be honest?
I was very worried. I thought 100% we're gonna lose all this money. We're gonna pay so much, and we're never gonna do an event again because this was both the shit. This was my first event with my partner.
Oh my God. You're like, no, bro.
Bro, and mashallah, alhamdulillah, like my dad, bro, like, you know, he played it in such a good way, and also, bro, many other stuff that I can't say. He helped me a lot with the businesses, bro.
So he's your
He gave me so many ideas, which I was like, bro, like,
خلاص.
what?
Wait.
And but they work out perfectly, mashallah, you know, like they work out perfectly.
Alhamdulillah.
So alhamdulillah, like I look up to him a lot. Some people are like, bro, he works inside it. Bro, what do you mean he works inside? Mashallah alayh, bro, his education and everything is crazy, mashallah alayh. And bro, some people think salary job is, bro, mashallah, like.
I feel like these are the people that don't run a business. But sometimes, a lot of times, or whatever business we have, I wish I could sleep without having to do as much as.
And better, you know, there are salary jobs which pay like
That's
10 times more than how much a business owner
Hey,
gets.
guys, that's mentioned. CEOs get salaries.
Huh?
Some CEOs get
Get
salaries. And
They do want.
so, like, yeah, what, like, you guys, so people shit on salaries, but CEOs.
Some people enjoy this job. Some people enjoy doing it. Some people are.
And that's a guarantee at the end of the day. Like some people. Yeah,
Skelett في dinosaur.
for the pink zone.
You want to show him? You can twist the camera. He's the beast. The beast is awakened.
I like how you put it at me first.
No, not you.
Okay, so now about
I have a serious question before that. Okay. Amid all this, amid all of this, do you take some time for yourself, bro? Like emotional, crying, like with the deen. Tell me,
Bro, wallah, look.
what do you honestly do?
Sometimes I go through some stuff that like really hurts me and whatever, bro. But I would never like show it outside.
Good.
If it will always be between me and myself, and it will always be during prayer. But if I were to ever cry,
the rock is powerful.
it was yes, thank you, bro. I'd always cry. on
That's a
prayer.
quote.
Every single time. Bro, I'd lock the room.
Trip farming.
I'd lock the room. Yeah.
The rug. He's like, the rug is down. The rug is powerful.
Okay. You lock the room, you lock the door, close the lights, go on the prayer mat, and that's where you will. Never ever cry outside. Me as a grown man,
I agree.
I think I'll never cry outside. Unless, bro, طبعاً,
Something happened.
like death of family.
There's a lot of factors.
There's a lot of 100%.
These everyday problems.
I'm not saying that if a guy cries he's in front of people he's a pussy. Of course not, absolutely not.
Just you.
كل حدا عنده, everyone has their own beliefs.
Yeah.
And it's just me, I just feel like if I were to ever cry, it's always gonna be on the prayer mat because the only person who can help me in that situation I know is Allah.
What about in front of your parents? You cry in front of your parents?
No.
No?
No.
You're a hard guy, like
Yeah, no. And maybe in front of my mom.
Yeah.
In front of my mom, maybe. Like just like for example the king time, bro. Oh my god, bro.
You're going through a lot.
bro. Some people don't see it, but like to you, it was a bigger problem than the outside. As much as you speak, as much as you
just
speak
because
about
you have vision.
Yeah, you see, you get what I mean.
no one's in your brain.
Yes, thank you. But like, it's not you don't understand unless you're in my brain, you know?
Yeah, it happens to me. I feel like sometimes like it's like something. What's wrong with you, bro? It's not that bad. But to me, if this doesn't fall,
Exactly.
this will not fall. This will not
Thank
fall.
you.
This will not fall.
Omar understands, bro.
Yeah,
like
bro.
it's you'll break a whole.
A rhythm, a kind of
Yes,
sequence
thank
you want to build,
you.
and then if this doesn't fall, a lot of things won't fall. And then explain this to someone who you look up to, like your parents. Then that's where the boof happens.
Exactly, yeah.
No, bro, school. I hate school. I don't want. I want to end school, bro. But I feel like at the same time I want to enjoy it.
You enjoy it as much as you feel, because the guy was graduated just before yesterday, sorry. Okay. One of the nicest days ever were my school times, bro. Look, even though I had some issues, but I had
Going
seniors,
back at it, bro.
I had seniors versus teachers games.
Oh,
Bro,
Yeah.
it was
Sick.
it was nice memories, and bro, especially like before my friends left, bro, we had the nicest memories ever, bro. We had jokes, laughters, every time. Bro, one time we were skipping class, okay, and bro, keep in mind my school is a school where like it's so like with the whole like generational thing. 2025, gay people are allowed. Everything is allowed. You know, like this whole thing. But we were skipping class, and I just messaged the teacher. I'm like, bro, look, and this is that he's going through something, and I'm with him. And then, bro, we go to the canteen. We see all the head teachers sitting on the tables where we're sitting, and they see us laughing and dying.
Oh shit.
They're like, oh, you don't look like people who are just going through something. You know, and like, bro, like these times of like, bro, then you all start dying while the teachers were so fun. Like
These are still fresh memories.
such
Give it
nice-
years.
Bro, look, like this is wrong, by the way, 100%. You should not skip class or anything. But like this, it's just, bro, like the memories were the nicest thing ever. Well, like these days, I would never ever forget my Arabic classes, Islamic classes, bro. They were just the nicest thing ever. So you should never take this for granted. You should always stay in the moment.
As much as I don't want to like go follow the rhythm, I want to just like want to enjoy year 13, bro.
But out of school, is that also a mindset? Enjoy your day, live for the day, or are you in the future?
Bro, a lot of people tell me, like, for example, bro, why don't you come out? For example, like I'm training or I have this. Bro, come out, enjoy, bro. Why you like this? I prioritize making money and my health over hustling for it, over enjoying, okay?
Okay.
Because I feel like, if I hustle now, inshallah, I'll enjoy later. You know what I mean? In that sense. I really want to hustle as quick as possible. I can get married and settle, inshallah. You know what?
What do you think is the perfect balance? Like, okay, right now you're saying you want to get married at 23. Is that just a nice goal, or are you like thinking about that every day? I need to get married.
Well, I'm thinking about this every single day. Look, as a man,
Does that affect you though?
well, as a man
living
who
in the
has
future?
well, as a man who has desires and stuff, you're thinking about this every single day, because you're thinking like, well, when you're married, khalas, you'll be settled down, inshallah, the chance of you doing anything haram is very low right now, keep in mind. For me, my only thing with Islam is, I think the hardest thing keeping up with is girls. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. But
That's,
like, one,
that's the day and age we live in, bro.
it's so easy to pray. Alhamdulillah, for me, bro, it became very easy for me to pray. It's very easy to stay away from haram stuff. For example, like drinking and smoking and stuff. For me, like, it's very easy for me. The only thing that's very difficult, bro, is like staying away from doing haram stuff with girls. I think that's very, very difficult away. Alhamdulillah, I'm going strong now. But bro, like,
If that's your intention, God bless.
like inshallah, ya Rab. And bro, and if there's people watching who did some stuff, like, of course, Allah is the most merciful, you know, like, inshallah. Tube, inshallah, and don't do it again, you know.
That's it.
Yo, well, I'm more into my parents. I tell my parents a lot of things.
You tell your
Very
parents
close.
about girls and stuff? No.
No, just like in general. Like once you have a problem, I have to be honest, have a problem. Like I don't know why I do have the problem because again, my dad's amazing career,
Yeah.
amazing businessman,
I
amazing
can feel his
everything.
parents shit.
He will help me in literally anything I go through or anything. I know he'll have the solution. But I don't know, I don't want to say it's an ego thing or something. I just
He
feel
just
like
doesn't do it.
I want to
No.
solve a problem.
He doesn't do it only to his parents. Sometimes better, and I say this out loud. He just doesn't say it. Like, bro, brother, like, I also have this problem, I think, but not with my family. He just doesn't tell it. Like
Like, I don't-
he loves his parents, bro. He loves them. I know this guy. He loves them to death. He loves them. And I know people he loves. But he just doesn't tell, like, he doesn't expose what he wants. Just tell me, though, what's wrong with you? No.
I think,
so-
I think, Badr, I'm very, very similar to you. My mom and my dad are always telling me, like, tell us, like, my mom especially, like, when not بتحكي لي شو قاعد بيصير, what's wrong, like,
Exactly.
why you're not telling me what's going on?
And I
like-
feel bad because they think it's
because they think it's something about my relation. They think I'm not close to her or something.
Yeah.
Like, she thinks it's in that sense, even though, like, wallah, it's not.
completely.
Sometimes I don't feel comfortable saying it, you know.
I don't know. It's interesting, you know. It's interesting.
But a lot of people that I know do speak. Like, my mom tells me, like, shoot, like, all of your friends' moms, they know everything. Like, why don't you take?
Oh, it's
No, no, no,
since I was younger, it wasn't like that. Which what I mean by that is, for example, like my mom would hear stories from her.
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
This stuff.
ليش ما بتحكي
About this.
والله it's not like that والله.
Like they tell
About
about
this.
this and him went there, did this, did that. My mom was like, "What did they?"
About this, bro. One thing, one issue I used to have with my parents, and I don't have it anymore because they get it, they understand. Building like a business portfolio, and like from at 14 years old, doing all this, I always used to get compared. Family, friends, people.
Only this is 14 years old.
Yeah, bro.
MashaAllah.
He's still young.
Thank
That's
you.
not crazy.
Yeah, I was young. I was very
Mashallah
young.
alayk.
Drop shipping at 14.
MashaAllah
Good old days. No, but back to what I'm trying to say is comparison. I hate being compared. Like, genuinely, not like to say it, like generally, since I was young, being compared to family, friends, even if they're like triple, like compared to Cristiano Ronaldo, bro, like that's something. But just don't, because I feel like if you compare me,
Comparison,
it kills me, bro.
comparison is the thief of joy, bro.
That's
Clip that.
clip that. No, but like, yeah, like that, like for me, it kills it. For example, if I used to get compared a lot about like creating a business or creativity. I'm trying to do a new idea, trying to innovate. I love innovating. I love trying to do new stuff. I used to always get compared about like, hey, you should maybe look at what they're doing, try to copy them or do something like that. No, it kills me, bro. I feel I hate being compared, even if someone's doing worse than me or better than me.
Yeah.
I always hate it.
I'm not.
It's a very good mindset to have. But for me, I compare myself a lot.
Okay, I want
That's
to.
the problem.
That's the
Allah.
thing. So I used to say that. I used to say I hate comparison. And I used to compare myself. I'm like, okay, yo, let's, for example, look at Rayyan. Oh shit, wallah, he's doing a lot of money. I'm not doing that much money this year. I should do like him. And then I was like, I found myself like sad about something. I'm like, okay, wait. I'm sitting here comparing myself to someone who has a different path, who has a different family, different everything, bro.
Been through different stuff. You've been do different stuff.
Way different things. And if it's even if
Different
it's
story.
similar, bro, it's just you have a life, I have a life. Everyone has his own path. Why am I comparing a path that I have, I can build, I can do to someone who has something else?
Okay, but I'm not gonna mention any names. We're keeping it on this episode earlier.
Go for
Maybe
it.
in part 2. But there's a person who you probably know who I'm talking about. You get a lot of comparisons with. Does that affect anything? Like you get compared to a lot of people, especially in the boxing.
Okay, I think I agree with you. Look, bro, look, wallah, honestly, I think my path is completely different.
Okay.
I think,
Or just in general, I don't want to keep it.
yeah, of course, no, of course,
About
just in general.
comparisons and
Just in general, okay? I compare myself a lot, okay? I have a lot of like hunger, and when I see someone doing better than me, I want to
That's
do.
competitive.
Yeah, competitiveness. I have a lot of competitiveness. But bro, to the people that I love, the people that I like, it's never like this. If they're doing good, I want them to do better. You know what I mean? It's all of the people that I'm very close to, the people that I love. But like from people from outside, someone's competing with me, in general, competing with me. Like, for example, someone's doing the same event as me, or someone's fighting, bro. Like, I try my best
To kill him.
to go. Like, I'll kill myself just to make sure that I don't.
So that's very good.
Yeah, bro, like that's just me being competitive. But like, bro, as in like jealousy or evil eye, I always say mashallah, I always say Allahu Barik, like haram. Like, I
course,
don't want to
you
ruin
need
it,
these
just
things,
things,
yeah.
But like, bro, comparison, I compare myself a lot because, like, look, for example, bro, like I make, like, alhamdulillah, I'm doing very well with these events and this fighting and stuff. When you look, for example, at Lamine Yamal, 17 years
Shit,
old.
bro.
Well, but when
What
I
of-
hear his name, my heart boils. Like haram, like mashallah alayhi,
I'll
inshallah.
start watching football.
Inshallah he does, yeah.
I was like, than me.
Bro, 17 years old and he's making millions and millions, billions maybe, and he's and he's playing a
And he's
sport,
competing.
and he's playing a sport that I love.
They're saying he's doing Ballon d'Or.
He's not just
Yeah, competing for, but at 17, and bro, he's doing a sport that I love with all my heart. I love football so much. I love football more than kickboxing. Bro.
yeah, football.
Wallah, I love football. I love paddle, bro. I love these sports so much. And bro, this guy is making so much money. So he's making what I'm aiming for, which is the money. And he's doing something he loves, and he's getting the fame, mashallah. Like, you know what I mean? This type of stuff, this, I'm telling myself, oh, like, look, I did well in this paddle event. I'm like, oh, bro, okay. This guy just made it sitting down. Or he made it, like, he made 100x of what you made, 100,000x of what you made, and he's doing it, and he has like
at
steady
top level.
you get what I mean, like just in general.
He is at the top level.
Of course, yeah. I just compare myself with these types of stuff. That's what hurts me.
I have actually a question. That's actually I want to personally.
Yeah.
Because, in general, mashallah alaik, and hopefully it's like that, you maintain your image, and that's then you're out of good. A lot of people took highly of you and stuff like that. Do you get at least some hate? And if not hate direct, do you feel like there's some envy and jealousy?
100%, bro.
Good.
Oh my god.
I don't imagine that you have that.
There is so much. Bro, look, hate to my face, alhamdulillah, never, okay? It's never like that, okay? But envy, bro, I've been through people who were very, very envious.
Really?
Bro, like very, very, and but honestly, it affected me a
How
lot.
does that annoy? Yeah.
Bro, it annoys me a lot because look, like, bro, you as a guy, I've been taking care of you, I've been friends with you all of this time. Just because I'm doing something better than you or something doesn't, like like, proper envy, and bro, like, it hurts you, bro. Sometimes there's evil eyes, sometimes there's
Jealousy is like a different story, bro. I feel like people who don't really deep down wish good for people are just so like fucking jealous.
yeah, bro, like, wallah, like, even though like it might hurt them or whatever, but like if it, like, for example, it hurts me seeing someone do so well like this and I'm not doing as well, but I just sit down and say alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for what I have. You know what? I work harder.
I want to be at his level. I don't want him to drop.
Exactly. You exactly. Very nice one.
Yeah.
Very nice one. But that's it, bro. But also hate. A lot of people hate. A lot of people, bro. Because they don't
comment
know-
section wise or
bro, comment section wise, real life wise, you'd see people, bro, wallah, like, you'd see people talking about my name.
well, I'm sure it doesn't affect you.
Look, bro, like,
Hate like from
some-
random people.
some people talk about my name with stuff that I've never even done. Like, bro, these types of stuff, putting rumors on your name just because they see you're doing well.
Yeah.
Or, for example, they speak bad about you, even though, but like, they don't know what caused that to be happen. Like, for example, something happened where I had to stop talking to someone, okay? And other people looked better because they were talking. Even they're like, deep inside, I know for a fact why I stopped talking. If they understood why, then they would understand. But a lot of people take it a different way. Like, you're not in my brain. You don't know what's happening. So I don't think you should hate. I think you should speak,
Bro, what a guy, Allah. Bro, I swear, this is still
We
the
did more controversial things than
bro.
our career, so
We need a part 2.
Bro, wallah, this was so fun, bro. Like,
We need a part 2, bro.
and bro, mashallah, the setup is insane. What a show.
you're
And I
the
would-
first guest.
Huh?
You're the first,
Really?
guest, bro. You're the first one.
I'm very, very proud. I'm a very
We need a part 2 in this thing. No
what a
way.
nice what a nice seating area, bro. What a nice
Bro, thank you so much, Wallah.
Mashallah,
You don't know how
proud of
hard
both of
we
you, bro.
actually worked on this.
I'm so proud
Us
of both
too.
of you, bro. Mashallah alaikum, wallah.
Thank you.
And Nimar also, I'm very
We are already
Number's the goat,
we're
bro.
already on a close level, or somewhat. I fal like this just brought us way closer to each other.
100%.
And friendship.
I like you know me better there,
What are we looking at? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Let's make that promote his DHC knockout.
Okay. The-
Are you screen recording?
Now we're gonna see.
Okay. Okay.
So of course,
Here, check it out. Team Noguera Fartuka.
Damn.
That was the gym we made it in last time.
Bro,
Go down.
you're... Holy shit.
Look, go down. Go down.
I don't know. Actually, been on this
Can you
page.
go down more? Wait.
Oh, I don't have an account though.
It's fine. Go back.
I don't think he can. The production team is having.
What?
What's the best location for days we don't go?
Right now, we don't have a current location. Inshallah, we're planning to go Coca-Cola Arena. Inshallah.
Yo, that's a that's again.
Wow.
Inshallah, Coca-Cola Arena. Inshallah.
No.
Is that you the final?
Yes.
Even if it's in Coca-Cola Arena, we'll have the free tickets.
100%.
No.
100%.
My God.
100%.
My God.
Allah, of course, right?
Inshallah.
Damn.
Scrap better.
Sit fast.
We'll have all his links, right?
Bro,
on his
everything in the description.
Bro, I think please promote my Instagram also.
Yeah.
I think I prefer my
That's true.
It's okay, we got it, bro.
No, everything will of course be in the
So,
socials, and we'll have
But
that
bro, like,
with-
wallah, what a nice, like, I did not expect it to be this nice, to be honest.
even the
Like, I just heard about it. I'm like, yeah, bro, of course, like, Badr and Omar,
You're a G, man.
these guys are G's, so I come. But wallah, I did not expect to be this nice.
No G.
we know we don't half-ass anything. We want
No.
Yeah, mashallah alaykum.
Either
Bro, I'm
full it or
very
not.
proud of you.
It's a set and
It's
a...
our honor, to be honest. We're so happy you
Wallah.
came.
No.
Be the first guest to actually pull up and have this beautiful
Of
conversation
course.
with you. It's an absolute pleasure. We're so proud of you, and we are definitely having a part 2,
100%.
and part 3, part 4.
need this.
Every
When-
achievement.
Whenever you
We
want.
need this, boy.
I want to, you know what? One time I want to ask,
Tell me.
how was it taking your mom to Umrah first class?
Bro, guys,
I didn't-
Inshallah.
it doesn't end. It doesn't really end. Wallah, we can keep, like... We've been rolling for what? Like, remember how long we've been rolling for?
1 hour and 46 minutes.
Oh,
Bro,
wallah, I don't feel it.
exactly.
1 hour and 40. Are you being serious?
So listen, that's what I'm saying. So before we actually got on set, and we were like, bro, do we stop at 1 hour? Then we do tell them, we're like, hey, stop that. And that was the plan for such a long time. But then we were like, okay, I think we're just, let's be natural, bro.
What was the actual?
1 hour, 40 minutes.
Bro, I think I missed my paddle game.
That's what So that's the thing. So that's the thing. So that's why it's 7. You had something at 8.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's fine. Bro, أنا قاعد بس like I'm just so shocked.
Yeah.
Like I had a plan, and after this I'm gonna go gym, and then after gym I'm gonna go paddle.
Yeah.
But now, well, I completely forgot about everything, bro. Like
Just
what?
rolled, bro.
Jed, what?
No, that's something right now.
I enjoyed
honest,
so much, bro.
we are having a 4th mic
Yeah.
soon, so we have.
Hey,
This is your setup.
But guys, not now. Inshallah, you guys start getting big people on the podcast, and then خلاص Rayyan is forgotten about because I'm not as big.
Rayyan.
Allah
Rayyan, bro.
We ruined it by having you as the first podcast.
Bro, Rayyan, you're the guy. You're the guy, bro. You're the guy.
I ruined it.
Khalas, but you're the top.
No, we need you again.
To be honest, but no, that's something I want to talk about. People think we only want to get people who have followers and money. That's the last thing I care about. I can ask you, like, I can get a famous guy or a rich guy who just clicked a button. Bitcoin was 40.
Oh, I'm rich. I have money. No.
So what's your story? Oh, I got Bitcoin, it was 40 and now it's 90,000. I'm rich. Okay, what happened? What did you do before that? Nothing. We want people who have stories. We don't care about fame. We don't care about how much money you have. If you have a nice story, you're more than welcome. We're going to bring people who you don't expect. Even we know some big people.
Yeah,
I'll put these at the
I
end,
know,
bro.
I
I want to have
Same.
people who have
And
stories.
bro, one thing that I really want to say before we close down is that, bro, one thing if I learned about something of managing my money is that بس تتبرع, when you give to charity, you're not losing money. That's the only thing that I want to give out.
Charity feels good, bro.
When you give money to charity, you're not losing money. Just think of it like this. إنه راح ترجع لك إن شاء الله أضعاف. It will come in way more, inshallah. Just one thing I want to leave them off is that giving charity is not losing money. That's
And
it.
again, yeah, we want to thank you again.
Habibi,
Everything
bro.
else, any shout outs or anything you want to say?
Wallah, bro, nothing. To be
We
honest,
got
bro,
your
I
description.
I just خلاص, I just
Make sure
really
to
like,
check out
I
Rayyan
just really
Nashwan.
liked everything here. I don't even care about the shout outs.
Okay.
And we will very soon.
Yeah, خلاص.
Guys, watch out.
Part 2 coming soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you.
Not a langer.